Arabic like man's housewife, I wouldn't work out.
Feel me?
Shake it up.
Yeah, feel me? You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah, feel me? Shake it out. Don't care, cash got cars. No lean on my cars. Carhartt on my heart. Tattoo on my scars. Tattoo my new scars. My life has been hard. See me in the light. I was in the dark. I wake up, I send it. I wake up, I spend it. I drive Chevy, no Benzes. See me slide, not tenant. My house, yeah, I own that. Your house, yeah, it's rented. Started where the flow at. Now I top the building, yeah. Feel me? You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah, feel me? You feel me? Walk in the door. Shake up the building. Yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up. Ooh, yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up. On trips, I never trip. No. Shoulder gotta chill. Yeah. My best friend, my chick. My best friend gon' whip. My best friend, she pull up with a stick. My best friend, she pull up, then she skirt off and we dip. Feel me? You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah. Feel me? You feel me? Walk in the door. Shake up the building. Yeah. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Ooh, yeah, shake it up, 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 shake it up.
That's a work in progress. You don't just change overnight. I caught myself really, really quickly. I was muted. Hey guys, how's everybody going? You going good? Excellent. I've got Juliana. Deb was first. Number one. I saw you there, Deb. I've got Greeny Bluish. I've got me. I've got some lurkers I can see. Glamosaurus Rex. Nice to see you. Now, guys, we've had some stuff happening in girl world. Emma's making a comeback. She's climbing the ladder. I did a little bit of editing on her part one of the breakup of the year. And I've also put together day 4 of Foodies. I don't even know what to call it because with all the changes to YouTube's in terms of service, they've really cracked down on that kind of talk surrounding eating styles and seating disorders. So I'm trying to be very careful with my language, only because I don't want to trigger people as well. And because I don't want to get in trouble with the YouTubes. So we'll be using some very creative language, guys. And it'd be great if you could keep it in the chat as well. Like, come up with some codes, but whatever. And Foodie doesn't seem to be paying too much attention to how she may be triggering other people as well, because she doesn't put any trigger warnings out there. She just talks about it descriptively in detail. And I just find that a little bit like, ugh, I don't know. But that could just be me being super, super sensitive, because I'm part of her community because I'm part of her community, basically, And I did some editing to that one. The stuff that dropped today, I did editing to Foodie's mukbang. Basically, I took one for the team today, guys, with Foodie's mukbang because a couple of reasons. The chewing sounds were off the charts. It was a hard one for me to edit, but I did my best to get rid of most of her chewing and eating sounds. I did cover up the baby cat, the sweet Julia, and edited out any talk surrounding her. So I cleaned it up and made it better. Also, since Foodie has no idea how to find good music, I even changed her intro music and fixed it for her. Yes, because I'm that kind of friend to Foodie. I made it better. So yeah, so that's one video that I've put together. I actually spliced and put them together back to back. So I've got Foodie, then I've got Ambi, and then I figured we'd do Foodie and then we do Ambi, because doing all Foodie all in one go, gross. Break her up with some lightness of Amber, and then we do Foodie again. I figured we'd just do it that way because they're too much. An hour of Foodie nonstop is a lot. And that way, also, if this stream goes a little bit long because I pause and I talk and we get talking, I can always come back tomorrow and do it. We can finish it off tomorrow. Yeah, so that's what I was going to do. I was actually going to do a recorded video to Amber Lynn with her doctor visit, and then she's come out with the big breakup. So I figured, oh no, that's a stream worthy content. It wasn't that great, but as far as Amber's content goes, it is the spiciest of the spices. It is black pepper. It's not jalapeno, it's black pepper on the spice level, but that's better than garlic salt or just nothing. No spice at all. So let me just see who's in the chat. Okay, so who else have we got? We've got Juliana Colombo. I know, and we'll talk about it when we do the stream, but the irony is not lost on me, her mukbang and the conversation while she's sitting there stuffing her face. She's tone deaf. She's literally tone deaf. I actually am going to start calling it bingo. And I even edited out a lot of the times that she said bingo, because, and we'll call it cringe and bingo. There are two code words. Because it's triggering for people just to hear the language, but also I don't know how she's not getting yellows on her videos. I don't know how she's going to be getting any AdSense from her videos, because the language she's using is very descriptive. At the amount of the words that she uses, seating disorder language, I don't know how she's not getting yellows, honestly. Unless she's changed the category or something, I don't know how she's skating through. So, okay. All right. So we got Tucker and friends. Hi, Tucker. Hello, big hello. I'm going to say hi just in case my Susanna is out there from Sweden. Hi. Hi. Hello to you, because she usually lurks. Please come into the chat if you feel safe. But hi. Hi. Okay. So, yeah. So let's just get going, because the reason I'm on tonight is because, well, my roommate, aka the husband, wanted to watch some movie called Bone and Tomahawk from like a million years ago, 2015, and he needed the Apple TV to watch it. So I basically got ousted from the living room, and I thought this would be the perfect time to do a stream, since I put all this skill and effort into editing. I might as well watch it with you guys. Yeah. So, and I edit these not because I think I'm great at editing. I edit them so it makes it harder for someone to make a copyright strike against me, and to get rid of all the slopping and chewing, and to just filter out all the crap. It's literally just to make it easier to watch for me and for you guys. And I don't even upload them really. I just do them for the fun. I just do them for my own review, basically. And it's fun to edit. It really is. It's bad for my eyes, but I like the editing. I'm liking what I've learnt so far anyway. Okay, so let's go. And I have put in some memes and stuff in this one. So just watch it with these if we're not talking. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, hang on. Is it going to go? Let me just check my screen here. Add to stream. Okay, we got to do big cookie, because I know how you guys feel about a big foodie. Oh, so this is day 4. So this isn't today's mukbang. This is the mukbang from the day before, the video vlog the day before about her day 4 thing. That's what we're looking at now. And just let me know about the volume. Hi, Bema.
So today is actually day 4 I went back to my first video of being officially binge free, and I was like, wow, already day 4.
Okay. So she was singing, so I got rid of it. But this was all you guys have probably already seen it. It was all just Harry and Sweet Julia. I don't know why, but I want to call her Sweet Julia. For some reason, it just sits. I didn't want to put just a weird thumbnail over them because that feels a bit disrespectful because it's not the animal's fault who they're owned by, but I didn't want to show them. So I figured, let's just put Foodie's face to Foodie's words. And I just grabbed a clip that was memorable in my mind, the too tight blue dress and other stuff that's in there. And I just found it easier to listen to while we had Foodie pretend, not ad-libbing it, but just pretend talking. That's all.
Which is a long time for someone like me. But it feels strange because it feels different than all the other times because
on that note, all of us who have changed eating plans, I'm even changing the word DIET to eating plan. Haven't we always thought, this is the time, this is the one, I'm going to do it? It feels different. Something shifted and changed in me. In that moment, you really, truly, truly think, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to lose some pounds. This is the moment. This is the time. And a couple of days or a couple of hours later or the next day, you've messed up the eating plan and you're back to your old ways, or you give up, or you feel exhausted and you're sick of trying. It's exhausting to keep trying. And then you're just back into the old way you used to eat. But this time feels different. Mm-hmm.
Normally I'm used to the binge and restrict cycle. So normally I would be in, if where I'm not binging, I feel like I'm starving. It's one of the two extremes. So right now, because I'm eating normal foods, pretty much what I want, but just not as much of it, sometimes I do overeat.
Well, the last two mukbangs that we've seen have not been regular portions. And I'm not just saying that from the perspective of someone who has to eat small portions. I'm looking at it from a grown adult. The sushi was a lot, and the Chinese food was I don't even think my husband could finish all that without going like, oh my God, I'm full. Like that was enough to fit. I don't think she understands that a lot of like Indian food, Asian food, Middle Eastern food is portioned out family style. Like you literally just order a whole bunch of like 3 or 4 mains, and then everybody just grabs a little bit and puts a little bit on a plate. Like, that's not mine, that's not yours, that's not your rice. That's how we eat it in the West. This is my main meal. You eat your main meal. Other cultures, like everybody just, even like Italians, Greeks, you just make up a whole bunch of dishes, you plonk it on a plate, and then everybody grabs a bit. It's not meant to be that whole dish is consumed by one person. That's not how it works. But that's how she eats all the food. It's family style, bro. Family style. I love eating family style. I like it when I do it with my friends at restaurants. It's way better.
And I don't expect there to be much weight loss at the beginning. Again, I'm just working on fixing my head and fixing my relationship with food and focusing on not binge eating, which seems to be...
I hadn't figured out that I probably need to edit the bingo word out. So we let it go in this one. But we will be doing that going forward because I don't want to hear it so many times.
Confusing for a lot of my audience. And I know it's very hard to comprehend. Even people close to me in my life don't fully...
Welcome, MCM. I'm so pleased that you're here. I'm always lurking in yours. And I did see your risotto video today. I love risotto. I still have to send you that egg white omelette recipe. Can you? Oh, I need to find a way to contact you about that because omelettes are hard and it's the only omelette that I can cook really well, other than the Japanese ones, but I've got a special dish thing for that. But yeah, go and can one of the mods drop MCM Reacts and Stuff's link in the chat, please? Because yeah, I enjoy her food content a lot. She's very brave with her recreations of cobes, little cobes as food. She's a braver soul than I, and she is getting back into the fitness as well. I see you've been walking and running. Good on you, girl.
Comprehend it, because it's one of those things that are it's a complicated issue. It's a complicated illness, and it's very, very tough to beat. And
I go into more chats, not a lot, but I sometimes when I go in, I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, don't like Cookie, she's just trying to get views, like she's taking over people's chats. I sit back because I want that person to be like, I want to be a viewer of that channel. I don't want to be like I'm going in as another reactor. I'm literally going into other people's chats as a viewer, as a participant. And that's why I sort of lurk a lot.
And I would say that 4 days of this, has me feeling pretty good, but I'm not starving. Like, I'm not feeling deprived.
This is me being a sadist because I know people hate feet. So if you hate feet, this is just for you.
I still struggle with wanting to restrict badly and wanting to
That's the foot of someone who can't reach it to clean it or cut them toenails.
binge here and there, but it's not as bad because again, I'm not feeling as deprived, so there's not as much reason to binge. When the restriction is there,
yes,
the binging is more likely to occur.
Sorry, my mouse.
I'm actually just going to show you in this vlog here.
Now, this foodie was a fantastic example of edibles foodie. The amount of laughing I edited out of this, I tried to just have her talking face, but she was animated, she was giggling, she was happy, she was interacting with the chat, she was having a great time. Not at all like the Kuwaiti foodie. And we just saw her nugs as well, which was just, I love that footage of her. It just, I don't know, just the clownery of it all.
I didn't really feel like getting ready for this.
And all big, okay, that was literally big boob ladies know the sensation of that chinny booby thing is when you lie down on the couch and in summertime and your boobs shift up onto your chest and it's up under your chin. Everybody's been there. If you're a D or over, you know what I'm talking about.
Video, going full hijab and getting ready and everything. But I'm going to show you just some clips.
Okay, so to put the sushi question, Deb, into action, when I go and eat sushi, I have nigiri. I don't buy rolls. I will very rarely buy rolls. And if I buy a roll, I will buy one roll. I can't eat two. I can probably at most eat one roll of sushi, if it's like tuna and avocado or the California roll or the katsu chicken or salmon and sour cream or imitation crab, like a crab roll or something like that. I can eat one roll, and one roll is usually 5 to 6 pieces depending on how thick it's cut. Or I'll buy the mini kids rolls, the really tiny little kiddie ones that you get in the little plastic pack. I'll usually get the chicken and avocado, or the tuna one, and I'll just pick on that as a meal. But if I get nigiri, which is the hand pieces, which is like a single piece, the most I can probably eat is 4, and that is pushing it. And that, depending on the sushi, can be anywhere between 50 to 100 calories per piece. So even with 4 pieces of sushi, you're still looking at around 300 to 400 calories simply because of the rice, maybe if it's crumbed, the avocado, the mayonnaise, that's all on it. So what foodie ate, I sat down and calculated it. I halved it and just was like 80 calories per piece, and I was being conservative. So 80 times 10 is 800. 80 times 5 is 400. So what she ate was roughly, I would have said, about 1,200 calories. 1,200 calories of that platter, which is what she was trying to eat in a day from her diet box. So if she ate that and then she ate the rest of her diet box, she's already up to 2,400 calories. And then we're going to put all her other snacks on top of it. And then we're going to put the cola and juice on top of that. So she's still eating anywhere upwards of 300 to 3,500 calories a day, even while she's trying to eat non-bingy. Oh, bingo wings. So yeah, no, that sushi wasn't a bingo, but it was definitely overeating.
Of things that I've been eating, like examples of things that I've been eating in a day, again, to show you how I'm staying satisfied and the foods I'm eating. And, it's all inclusive basically. But I am still incorporating the meal kits. I'm just supplementing, as I said before.
Oh, and Tim, I can't eat more than that because I've had weight loss surgery. So my stomach I just can't take it. Like today, I had a bowl with some Mexican rice. I made a pork ricey thing. And it was just in a small box about that big. And I put some like salad on the side of it. And I ate maybe 2 mouthfuls too much. And I got the GERD. I got a little bit of reflux. I had to go and have some what is it called? Gas, little sip of something. Only because I ate probably just 1 or 2 mouthfuls too much. And yeah, made me feel very uncomfortable. But yeah, that's only because I had weight loss surgery. That's all.
So let's get to it. Yalla.
It was
So this meal was actually eaten midday sometime. And
now this, I wouldn't have been able to eat all this. Probably I would have eaten all of the salad, some of the potatoes, and probably half of that burger. Maybe I could have finished the burger, but I'd eat this. I'd 100% eat this. Don't know why she's paying for it though, because this is literally pretty much what she has in the fridge. So I don't know why she's paying for it.
3, 2, 1 to my cat trying to steal something as usual. Mm-hmm. But it came with the meal kit. And it was actually really good. The beet salad, the burger, the cheeseburger, I added the tomatoes.
No, I think the sushi was a trick. It was not a trick, but she's got this, I think she thinks that sushi's healthy food because it is healthy, but anything that's too much is too much. It's not moderation. But I think when she said, "Oh, I want something healthy, salad. Can you get me some sushi?" Because naturally people think sushi is like, yeah, that's a skinny food. But when you eat it in mass quantities, of course, calories add up. And when you add mayo and spicy mayo and all the fried tempura flakes and all that, you're all just adding extra stuff. So it's all the extras.
And the potatoes, and I'm having some apple juice with ice. So that was actually really tasty. I don't know what the green sauce is, maybe some kind of like mayo, but it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was very satisfying. It was on a multigrain type of bun. So I would give this 2 thumbs up. I'm very impressed with the meal kit so far. Mashallah. All right, here I'm having 1 packet.
Now I'm going to give this, not necessarily because it's fruity, but this is a prop. This is part of the bingo. For her to sit down and just have 1 packet when she would normally eat, say 5, that is a victory. That is trying to control yourself. It literally is. I know it seems like it's dumb, but if you're somebody who will just sit down and eat an entire big bag, pulling out 1 small packet, sitting down and just having that packet and not going back to the cupboard to eat 4 more, and literally you should have just eaten that 1 bag. That is something that you do to handle your bingoing. I do this, and this is how I control this, is I will buy the single serves. It's more expensive than your big bags, and sometimes I'll buy the big bag and divide it up if I'm feeling extra frugal. But what I do is that if I have that 1 bag, I can't have any more bags. If I want something else to eat, I have to have a different type of snack. I have to have like 5 or 6 different types of snacks. I'm not allowed to double down on snacks. I can't have it more than once in a day. So if I have chips, I can't have more chips, but I can have more snacks, but of just something different. And at the end of the day, I run out of carby stuff and I'm like, damn it, I'm down to fruit. So I've got to have fruit, or I've got to have yogurt, or I've got to have something else. I have to have diverse snacks. That's how I stop me from overeating on one thing.
Bit of pofak, which is cheesies. Not health food, but again, I'm focusing on reducing what I'm eating and not binging.
Lisa, the guys have told me that they prefer to have me big instead of foodie big, but I can make it bigger if you like. If everybody else is cool with that, I can change the layout. No probs. We can do that. No probs.
Eating. So actually just mostly not binge eating.
Hi, Tango.
And I could easily eat like 5 packs in a row, no problem, or more. So having one satisfied my craving for it, actually, and my lunch, which was filling enough, I'm good to go. So I'm going, don't mind my stove, I have to change these foil things. I'm going to make Malay paneer, which is paneer made with more cream. Usually whole milk is used, but
You're right, though. You're right, though. It's like she's telling, I'm satisfied. Like she's trying to use the language like, yes, that was satisfying. She's almost trying to convince herself which is maybe that could be a good thing. Like restructuring the language around, foods that she commonly would avoid. But I don't think I doubt she believes it yet. Doesn't mean she can't get there, but I don't think she believes it yet.
I have some leftover cooking cream that I noticed I have to use up, and also some vinegar. You can use vinegar or lemon, fresh lemon, but you need something like acidic like that, either vinegar or fresh lemon. So I'm going to try this. I need to watch a video while I do this, so I won't film the whole process, but I will someday if this works out. Okay, let's try. Okay, totally yikes. This did not work. I did not realize that cream does not curdle. To make Malay paneer, you have to actually use milk and then a cup of cream only. I used all cream.
Has anybody in here ever made paneer? I've never made it. I've never tried it, never eat it, and never, just simply because it's not something that I've probably seen the word, but not realized it was like a type of cheese. If you've ever made it, let me know.
So I'm going to try this again with some whole milk in the next clip here. Guys, what you're seeing is the curd being separated from the whey. I'm making paneer. I'm experimenting. Once I get the recipe down pat, I'll do a video or maybe a live. So far, so good though. All right, so this is what it looks like after being pressed in the cheesecloth or in the cloth that I used. I actually used an old hijab, but it was clean, so that's going to be my paneer cloth. Now, I will show you a video since it was successful on how I do it coming soon, maybe a live stream.
I would think that you could just use an old tea towel, or when you're at the shops, you can buy cheesecloths. You can get cheesecloth from your Asian markets. It's not that hard, right? But I would have just used an old or clean old tea towel. That's what I used to make hash. I tried to make potato hash browns. I will never make those again. They are just not worth the effort.
But yeah, it was actually so delicious. So I did eat my own paneer. I made with fresh tomatoes. I made the sauce with fresh tomatoes and curry and some yogurt over some basmati rice. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so good. I'm so happy it turned out. I don't know what the discoloration was on the paneer. Maybe just burnt bits of milk or something. I don't know, but it was good. So this is another meal, dinner meal I had from my meal kit, a tossed salad with a light vinaigrette. These meatballs were amazing, and the rice and vermicelli was also very delicious.
I'm looking at that, and I can tell why she would have eaten after that, because that is literally a meal that's the size for someone like myself. That is literally a meal I have. I probably couldn't eat all of the salad, but I would definitely try and eat all the meatballs and then the rice. But that portion size is very small and that's because it's a 1,200 calorie meal kit. It's a toddler size diet.
Really enjoyed this meal. It was very, very satisfying and yummy. Hello. So
that was Foodie's day 4. It was, she tried to make paneer. That's something new. I don't know why she added it in there, but if we get the vlog for that, who's going to watch it? Anybody? Probably not me. Just only because it's, yeah. She doesn't make it fun. She doesn't make anything fun. It's just like there. Okay. So I know she doesn't seem sincere, and I think that's what everybody's response seems to be, is that it's all parroted. It's what she's reading. It's not what she's actually feeling. It's not what she's processing. And the reason I say that is because from what we know, she hasn't contacted anybody. Let me make me bigger again while I'm talking. She hasn't contacted any professionals yet about the brain stuff. She's focusing so hard on the food stuff. The food stuff will actually be easier, and she'll have strategies in place once she talks to somebody about the brain stuff. The brain is where like 90% of this work comes from. She's focusing on the wrong 10%. The food is the afterthought. The brain is the stuff that she needs to work on. But because she's got that seating disorder, that's where her focus is. I know for me, one of my throwbacks is being a former fatty and somebody with like overeating and blah, 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 is I used to use food as an analogy for most things because I was like thinking about food a lot. And it'd be like, when you're eating a piece of chicken or, cake, whenever I would try and analogize something, it would be a food related thing because that was what I related to best is food. So, yeah, so I try to change that to cars or clothes or the outside world, like steering away just so that my brain's not so focused anymore. That was just something that I noticed about myself, and I don't know if other people do. Now, guys, things are going to get a little dramatic, a little sad, Have you got your tissues ready? I don't know about anybody else, but I watched this and I was not moved once. Not once. I didn't feel a twinge. And I'm usually a pretty empathetic person, but I didn't feel a thing. I was a rock. I was a stone. I was like, it seems so staged. I believe she's going through a breakup, but this was very much for the camera. Very much so. Making cottage cheese. I've never attempted to make anything like that. I'm scared that I'm going to poison myself. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should give it a red hot go because I do like some cottage cheese. Okay. All right. I am going to make the screen bigger again. Here I go. Make me small. Bye, guys. Here we go.
I don't know if I'm going to regret this, but I don't know. It's like a little video diary. But Feline and I have broken up. It was mutual. I have my freaking headphone thing in.
This is meme heavy too, guys. I went nuts. I got onto Giphy and my little fingers just couldn't stop. So if you don't like that kind of editing, I'm sorry.
It was mutual, and
she liked my little border though. I found that picture. I thought it was so cute. I thought it was sweet. Little Feline and Bambi.
Like, I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing yesterday. Like, I did have makeup. Like, I have cried it all off completely.
Girl, you look as disheveled as you always do. Unbrushed, unwashed, just dumpster woman. She does this where she acts like she's pristine and she's dressed up and she's put together. And it's like, hun, you look like you've been dragged through a bush backwards most days. Like we unless you told us, we wouldn't know that you were going through a breakup.
I can't stop crying. I feel like I'm mourning like a death. Like, knowing that one day, like, I'm just gonna wake up and she's not there. It's
Amber was drier than the Kuwaiti desert. Yes, she was.
It's a different type of pain because, like, I envisioned my whole future with her, and I know she did the same, and this was mutual. There has, like, I'm gonna speak for myself.
And when she says mutual, she means that they had a fight. Jade said, I've had enough. I think we should break up. I'm moving out. And Amber was like, okay, can I stop you? No. All right, mutually breaking up.
Myself. There has been some things that just, like, I don't have to go into detail. Love just isn't enough sometimes. And I know what I'm worth. And I know it might not be.
Now, the reason that I think this is definitely a content, like she's like, oh yeah, because she usually posts every 2 days or like every couple of days. She came back the very next day with part 2. So she's seen her numbers, she's seen the interest, and she's like, yeah, I'm jumping on this. And she's mentioned in this one and she's mentioned in the other one, she's going to be documenting this guy. She's going to document it for us because she wants to be real and she wants to be raw. It's like, no, because this is spicy and people are interested. People want to see her. We want to see what she says. We're all just waiting to see when she starts to blame Jade.
Like a lot to some people, but I know like what I deserve and I know what I want, and I just need to be single. I literally have cried.
Now, the weight loss surgery, I have thoughts on that. First of all, she gained weight. I don't see how her dietitian and her therapist would be like, yeah, cool, she's ready for weight loss surgery. Let's recommend her. Second of all, she would have had at least one discussion with the surgeon anyway, as far as I can say from my own experience. If she's gained weight, she's not following the eating plan, I don't see how they would have been able to say, yes, she is recommended for weight loss surgery. And the fact that she's changed her mind now, she doesn't feel ready and she wasn't feeling ready for a month. Isn't she lucky that there is a long cooling off period and there's a long waiting period from the time that you decide you want it to decide that they deem you fit and ready to do it? Because if she could have had an earlier operation or had the situation sooner where she got the weight loss surgery, she would have had it by now. And a couple of months later, I don't want it now. Like that's why they have that cooling off period, and you have to go through so much in preparation to have it done for that exact reason.
Oh, my head hurts so bad. Sorry. I have done nothing but literally cry and cry and cry and cry for the last.
Who's Aunt Tammy? That's a character I don't know. Please explain, Cara. Hi, Cara, by the way.
Like 24 hours. This happened literally before fireworks last night. I don't know what to say. Like, I know that.
This makes me think that it was something that she had decided, she'd done, like something blew up. Because she had to say we had been fighting for days. This had been brewing for a little while. It was like something happened after fireworks. I don't know what it is. I don't really. Probably I reckon that Jade's like, right, since you decided you're not having the weight loss surgery, you haven't been to therapy for like 3+ weeks. I can't support this anymore. If you don't want to help yourself, I can't help you. Or Jade's wanting to bring in somebody else and Amber's ego can't handle it. Nor should she. That's totally fine. But Amber's not the kind of girl to date multiple partners. She could never.
There's probably going to be a lot of people questioning and saying you seem so happy. And yeah, like the relationship I had with Feline was literally the most passionate relationship I've ever been in.
Oh, Anola, I apologize. I clearly do not see the unique specialness of Amber. I mean, I want to adopt her now. I want to deal with all her manipulations, and I just want to be her hype. I want to be her hype mum. I want to be that mum is like, you're so pretty, you're so cute. All those people are just wrong about you. They don't see you the way I see you. She's adopter Amby.
But on both sides of the spectrum. On both sides. And
both sides of the spectrum. The abusive side or the non-abusive side? Like, what does that mean? Like, she does this. She drops little breadcrumbs. I'm not going to give details, but there was other things on both sides of the spectrum. Like, she was so sweet to me, but then she was so bad. That's she was good and she was bad. That's how I see it. But when she's talked about her girlfriend, my girlfriend, baby. When she talked about, there was nothing but sweet perfection, sweet, gorgeous, perfect Jade. My girlfriend treats me so good. She's always buying me presents. She's so supportive. We never, ever got the picture of anything but just love and acceptance from Jade. So it's going to be so fun to see her try and paint Jade or wifey as anything less than that, because she's going to look like a big fat fake liar.
She's my best friend, and it's like she wants to help me with this move. I will be moving. She will be moving. We have a time.
Jade is a reasonable and rational person. I would think, yeah, I'll help you move, because there's no way Amber could move on her own. She doesn't have any other friends and family to support her. She would be relying on movers and people coming in to pack her stuff. And that would be like if you've got anxiety and weirdness around people like touching your stuff, because I could never, that would be hard to move on your own like that. For her to physically organize things, pack stuff, move things around, it would be difficult. So if Jade is this awful, abusive person that she's going to try and paint her out to be, why would someone like that be willing to help Amber move? Is that something that somebody would do? That sounds like somebody who is compassionate and caring and trying to transition this breakup nicely. But yeah, okay.
Line of when that's going to be happening, and just look around at everything, and it's like I look over in my kitchen and I'm like,
I think I'm an Aunt Tammy stan, and I've never seen Aunt Tammy, but we stan Aunt Tammy.
It's the first place she kissed me. But then there's also probably a bad memory in that same spot. You know, it's like not everything is perfect behind the scenes. Honestly, it doesn't even matter why we broke up. It's personal.
It matters to us because we're nosy beaches.
And we both have our own reasons, but she's
Let's look at the staging here though, guys. I mean, she's got a lighting director. She's got, a production crew behind this one. We're seated. We've got a very mundane backdrop, but we've got the light coming in from the window. It's almost like you could envision a bay window, looking outside, the sun's rays coming and dropping on her face. We've got shadows on one side. We've got light on the other. It's almost like an artistic piece. Like you got to go through the dark hardships, the anger, the sorrow, the grief, the sadness. And we come out on the other side, lightness, healing, self-love, we've just got to find, the divide, bad, good. Oh, it's so dramatic. She's really, really hyped this up. She's doing a great job.
She's my other half of my heart, and I'm the other half of hers.
Nah, because if she's your soulmate, you wouldn't be breaking up. That's not how soulmates work, love. It's not.
But we can't be in a relationship. I just don't even know what to say. Then
don't say anything. Go away and deal with your post-breakup grief. You don't have to say any of this. You didn't even have to film this. We didn't need to know. See, this is the thing that Foodie and Amber do. They get mad when people aren't interested in their stuff and we say they're boring. But then they get mad when we ask questions because we want to know more details. They can't pick and choose what's going to interest us. Sometimes the food and the presentation and the blah-de-blah, that's interesting to some, but to other people, we want the gritty, juicy, dirty, scummy, spicy stuff. And that's just part of the community. We want it. We want the dirt. We want the tea.
Just got off the phone with my mom and talked to her because I just needed someone. I just needed someone that isn't her, because Feline is my best friend and I'm her best friend. And it's kind of hard to.
Well, I'm sorry, but if she's my best friend, I wouldn't be dropping cookie crumbs saying how there are good experiences and bad memories. And there are it was so passionate on both ends. It was on a spectrum of good and bad. I wouldn't be dropping little cookie crumbs to potentially say that, She was mean to me, guys. She was loving, but she was also very mean. I wouldn't be doing that to my best friend. I would want people to think that we've left amicably because it was mutual, and just deal with whatever leftover feelings on my own and just move on and be sad. I wouldn't be dropping crumbs about her character.
Cry to the person that you're losing, even though Feline and I both have been crying literally all day. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen her cry this much.
Hi.
And even just calling her Feline is so hard because Bambi and Feline, like, it's not a thing anymore.
Did anybody else ever call them Bambi and Feline except for Amber? It was a thing. I suppose it was a thing for her, but it wasn't a thing for us.
I also think, like, I'm partially in shock. I don't know.
See, this makes me think it was a blow up. It wasn't something that was coming. It was because she wouldn't be in shock. She would be like, I saw this coming. I feel sad, but I kind of knew that this was on its way. Something's blown up, like the hammer was dropped.
It's like, how do I go on?
Oh yeah, hit the like, guys. Hit it.
I literally just feel like
all it needs.
Something I've always experienced is, like, when I experience heartbreak, I feel it physically.
She's unique. She's special, guys. Now, I don't think I've been more heartbroken like than when I was like maybe a teenager. My serious excuse me. Oh, my serious relationships as an adult, when I've broken up with someone, is because I was miserable and I had become detached, and then I was like, nah, I can't live like this anymore. It's not getting better. It's just getting worse. I need to leave. But when you're a teenager and in high school and you've got your cute little boyfriend and you've got a massive crush and then he dumps you, or you found out he kissed somebody else at, like, when you're on holidays at the pool or something, heartbreak, when you're just dumped out of the blue, like that, like your chest hurts, your stomach hurts, you're so upset, all right? That's normal to feel upset, to physically feel it, especially if you're a person with anxiety or depression, or if you're physically hurt. It like your heart actually hurts. That's not unique. This is one of her things where she exaggerates and she makes her one in the million. Like, no, guys, you hurt, but I really hurt. Like, I feel it in my body hurt. You're not like me. I'm extra. I'm extra, extra, extra hurt, you know? I physically hurt. You only mentally hurt. You know, it's more because it's me. Okay.
Like, it physically feels like I've lost, like, a limb, or I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like.
No, I didn't say that. Jade's a what? Is that what's come out? Because I've not heard that. She said that Jade has a drinking issue or substance issues. What? That's new.
I was hit by a truck a million times over, just repeatedly, over and over and over. Like, I just feel like I can't live without her, but I know that I have to because it's just.
Jade dumped her ass. Confirmed.
Like, I know what I deserve. Even though sometimes I act like I hate myself, like I act like it.
No, you act like everybody else is beneath you. We're stupid, we're dumb, we're confused, we never understand. I think deep down inside she does. That's why she doesn't fix herself or really truly understand herself. But she's a narcissist. She's the bomb diggity. She's perfection in her own mind, I think. Like, or she's better than everybody else.
There's a part of me that cares. And I care about Feline as well. It's like, she deserves the fucking world. And it's like, I could only give her a part of it.
Oh, okay. Well, we've seen drunk Ambi. Like, we've said when she broke up with Destiny, was it? She got on, I've never been single on Valentine's Day, blah, 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 got on the wine. We've seen her, like, she doesn't really have a alcohol issue. They just don't indulge a lot, so it seems. But she drinks.
I can only give her a part of it when I want to give her the whole thing. Am I breaking up? You know what? I kind of am. I don't want to like shower. I don't want to.
No, it basically means that Jade can now go outside. She can go and have dinner with friends. She can go to the park. She can go to the pool. She can go to the beach. She can go camping. She could go skydiving if she wants to. She's no longer held back by Amber's inability or I don't think Amber doesn't have the desire to do it. I just think physically she's trapped. She physically can't do these things. So she's just like, no, we can't try. We don't want to do that. I'm embarrassed to go outside because I get, negative feedback from the public. She's got problems around that social side of it, which is, I get it. But yeah, Jade's got the world back now. Wifey's got she's got everything to look forward to now and nothing holding her back, weighing her down.
Like,
hi, Ruthie.
I don't want to do anything. I kind of just want to like eat. I just want to eat.
Hi, Oceana.
I just want to eat. I just want to turn to food. I want to numb it out. I'm just lost. Because like I said, I don't know who I am. And I'm just ready to be.
You're Amber fucking Lynn Reed. You're the Legos and colouring queen. That's who you are.
Single. And I'm going to be living on my own.
She's dog whistling. She's dog whistling for all those peeps in the DMs and the Instagram. I'm single, guys. Come talk to me, guys.
And I don't want to say where. I don't want to say when. But
you're right. She is.
As much as YouTube has like drastically fucked with me in my life, it has also been one of the most.
It has provided your income for the last 10 years. Well, maybe for the last 6. It has generated your entire income, paid your rent, bought your binges, bingoings, all your crappy earrings, all the gifts that you've given to buy your girlfriends. It could have been buying holidays, trips, homes, houses. Like, she could have done a lot with that revenue, and fixed her health at the same time. But no, we've just lent into the mental illness, and that's where the frustration for the audience comes in, and that's why people just think she's BS, because she's been given so much for doing so little.
Amazing things that I am so grateful for. And it's like, for me, just talking and talking.
Sorry, Jade.
It's so therapeutic.
You're Jade number
and
1.
It helps me understand myself. I know a lot of people aren't like that.
If her YouTube channel is therapeutic, then why has she gained 200 plus pounds in the last 10 years? She says that she's lost 49, lost 70, lost 100 from point A to point where she is now. She's 200 pounds heavier than when she started her YouTube channel. So if it was therapeutic, why is she still not able to lose weight? Why is she not better than she was before? Why is she still in the same cycles? It's not therapeutic at all, because therapy is a two-way street. She's having a one-way conversation with her audience.
You're not an open book. But YouTube has been there for me for a decade, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. So
Jade should be paid for what she makes me say. I had to make it rhyme. Sorry.
I want to document, everything to the best of.
Here it comes, guys. The cash, she's making it rain. This is content, guys.
My ability. Obviously, I'm not going to share everything, the real personal stuff, because why we broke up, it doesn't matter. It happened.
Ruthie, I'm not even going to manifest her. All I can say is go and watch Hannibal. He's dropped some videos regarding her. She said some pretty nasty things. Yes, MCM, I know exactly what she said about you, and she can go get effed. She's garbage. She's garbage. And everyone go sub. I know the gaining GERD can be a little shit, but they're putting barley to, I'm doing my self-soothing thing, and I don't know why. Putting Barley's feet to the fire and really triggering her and pissing her off. So if you haven't already subbed, go sub, because we want to get them subs up and watch hours up.
And though, and I have to move on. I have to move forward, and so does she. And it just feels like a nightmare. It feels like an absolute nightmare. But I know that it has to happen. And I have to keep reminding myself.
I was thinking about this today, and I'm thinking the way YouTube works is that Miss Chicken, we'll call her Miss Chicken, is when enough people find her, and if she doesn't end up getting herself yeeted, she literally could make bank because she's so crazy and messy. But I honestly think her behavior is going to get her yeeted before she even gets monetized. But, you know, and that's just the wrong people are going to report her, and they're going to see it, and she's going to get herself thrown off YouTube. So I'm not too concerned about her, but she's pretty gross.
For that it has to happen, and I have to keep a healthy distance.
Oceana, do yourself a favor and just don't. Just don't. She's yeah. Just know she's pretty just yuck. We don't stand.
It's from her, because like she's still trying to hug me and stuff like that, and I have to tell her like I can't. Like it hurts too bad. And
I'm just watching her through the gaining GERD. I don't go to her channel to watch her now. Now the GERD's there. And you know, the clips are short enough that you can take her in. Her long streams are just too much, and the brain just trying to figure out what she's trying to talk about is like mental gymnastics. Like my brain hurts after listening to her.
And in the past, like I didn't want my ex to not sleep in the bed with me, but I don't want her in the bed with me. And I slept without her.
That's growth, not wanting. Or I honestly think Feline's like, we're broken up, girl. We are not sleeping in the same bed. Are you crazy? I will take the couch or the spare bedroom or sleep on the floor. We are not sleeping together. That's weird, because I feel like Jade has, or Wifey or whatever her name is, I feel like she's got more of a backbone than Becky had. Or Becky had a whole different kind of situation going on. I feel like Wifey is like, nah, brah, that's weird.
Last night, and it was horrible. I have very, very, very bad abandonment issues. Like, this is due to like childhood shit. Like, I have been abandoned. You know, I was abandoned during the time of your life.
Oh, Amber, she's never gonna change. You know, at least she's predictable. Let's trauma dump. Let's guilt Wifey even more. She's abandoning me. She's leaving me. Yep, grown-ups get abandoned. It's not abandonment, it's breaking up. It's different. It's not stop it. You can't abandon a grown-up adult. It's different. Stop it. Oh my God. You can have abandonment issues from childhood, but when someone breaks up with you, you've got to stop using guilt on people. This is the manipulation that drives people crazy about her.
When you shouldn't be. So I have a lot of like fears that are irrational, but also very rational. I hate sleeping alone. I hate it more than anything, but I know that I have to detach myself from certain things.
Is that Panda? Is that Ms. Chicken? Is that Ms. Chickens? Oh, well, drop that Panda. Can one of the mods drop Panda Pondu's channel, please? And Blondies and MCMs as well, if you can, please. Drop those in in the chat if you can.
And I have to be strong.
No.
I have to do this. It's freaking hard.
She's broken up with you. You have no choice. Well, what are you going to do? Just curl up on the floor and just not do anything anymore? Or just sit down on the couch and just do what you normally do? Like, if someone's broken up with you, you have no choice to do anything but just keep going.
Hard. It's terrifying.
Oh,
the unknown.
What rage?
Everything that I have to do, all the I's I have to dot, all the T's I have to cross.
Hi, Janet. Hi.
Just to get to my destination. And I mean that like physically, but also figuratively, metaphorically, whatever it may be. It's just there's so much. And I don't know. I just feel really freaking lost right now. And I need a shoulder. I need a shoulder to cry on, but I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody here. Kentucky's not for me. It never has been for me. I came here for somebody.
Oh, yeah, Enola. Choo Choo. Hi, Choo Choo, by the way. She's dropped about 3 or 4 little crumbs in here that things weren't as sweet behind the scenes. So she's either painting herself as the perpetrator of the nastiness, or it had to be the other person in the relationship that made things not so kosher and cool. Like, what's the guarantee that she's never going to take any accountability for any of this breakup? It's going to all be Feline.
He stayed here for somebody and then was stuck here with somebody.
Hi.
All 3 different people. And now I get to be free. And that's wild. That's wild. I don't know, you guys. I'll keep you updated, but that's kind of all I have for now. I'm gonna go cry in a pillow.
She's gonna go be sad, guys. So let's, all the sympathy for Amber because she's alone now. Well, what about Feline? Should we be worried about Feline? How sad's Feline? Because Feline's been crying nonstop, according to Amby. But yeah, so they've broken up. It's like when Jen and what's that other guy's name? Brad broke up. It's like Lonnie and Bert. It's like when Jen and Ben broke up the first time. What's that divorce going to be like, guys? When Jennifer Lopez, I was so stunned when I found out those two had got married. I didn't know for a long time that they'd been married. I must have been under a Chantal rock or something because I was like, what? I thought it was old footage of the first time around when they were together. I did not realize those two had hooked back up again.
Or something.
Yeah. Bye. Okay. So that was my video. That was the one that I'd edited and put together. So let's do, what do you want to do first? You want to do foodies? It's just cravings, guys. That's the Chinese from today. Very proud of that background, actually. I really enjoyed making that one. They're not hard to make, but, there's a little bit of fiddling. Or we could do part 2 of the breakup. What do you want to do? Which one? I don't mind either one. I've got them both pulled up, ready to roll, I think. Let me get rid of this one. I do. I've got it all lined up already on my tabs. My tabs are open. Okay, foodies. We want to do foodie? Anyone else with a channel? Yes, if you've got a channel, you can either, if you're already a mod, throw it up there, or just say channel in your chat and they'll pull it up and put it in there for you. Yeah, so we want to support the other creators in the community. Yeah. Okay, because we're all good eggs, right? Okay, so we'll do not a bingo because that's what I've named it. It's the craving stream. Okay, and I fixed her music. I found her some better stuff. And yeah, I kind of like this this border that I did. I've got very creative with the colors and whatnot. But anyway, I'm just tooting my own horn here, guys. I've got to get compliments somewhere, right? Okay. So let's add this one. Now I think, sorry, I think she's at normal speed. I don't think I sped her up. Did I speed her up? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Okay. I know, look at it, isn't it so colourful? So nice. Okay. All right, let's go. Now, let me know if the volume's okay, because I got some feedback a couple of streams ago that my volume was low, so I've amped it up, and I'm just worried it's a bit too loud, but let me know.
Getting knocked down, getting right back up. Only mistake I made was thinking you would have my back, but it's one-way track. That's right, now I've had enough. Your bad behavior is the one.
Yeah, she put a call out to make her an intro. You can get onto Canva and make yourself an intro in a heartbeat. If you want something very specialized, unique, there's plenty of AI artists, or you could hit up someone like Enola who could create an individual piece for you, or you could pay a graphic artist for their talent, skill, and time to create something specifically for you. But to just throw it out to your audience, make me an intro for free just because you love my guts, the audacity of it. I just thought, wow, she really thinks she's something good. Oh, okay.
Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome to another video.
Okay, so the fortune cookies in the background, yes, the fortune cookies with a K, is covering up the sweet Julia, and the irony that she's eating authentic. Oh, hang on. Is this the right one? Yeah, no, this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. The authentic Chinese food is the inauthenticity of fortune cookies, because they're not actually Chinese. They're American via Japan. So I just thought I put some poetic license behind my little thumbnail this time. I always like to think it through. But yeah, that's why. So whenever you see that and you see it later on, that's because that's Julia and I'm just covering her up because we don't want to involve her in this nonsense.
Oh. All right. So today I was badly craving Chinese food, and I wasn't able to say no to myself. And yeah, I know that's my problem.
Oh, Panda, that would be brilliant. Just all the pictures of Sam and BBJ strumming, meowing, shaking her head, just all the things that were ailing her as her intro. That would be fantastic. That's a great idea. You're like evil villain smart.
So I'm going to have Chinese food. Hello, foodie beauty. Please enjoy my chicken. Yum, yum. What's this here? Ooh. Okay, so I forgot that I ordered iced tea, and I totally manhandled the bag that the iced tea was in. They put like lemon and everything in it. Yum. It's kind of wet here.
Lemon and drinks. Oh my God, it's a revolution.
Yum, yum, yum. Ice. Refreshing.
Now she's either reapplied her purple makeup from earlier, or she's never washed it off. It's up to you to decide what you think.
Bismillah. This food looks so amazing for Chinese food.
Now, I don't know whether I'd be like for Chinese food. What do you mean? What do you mean? She's sitting there and she's like eating this whole like mini buffet of food that she's been craving. And then she's sitting there like, oh, it looks good for Chinese food. I'd be a little offended by that if I was like somebody like a Chinese person. It's like Chinese food looks freaking delicious when there's usually some green stuff added, but no color in this.
I was craving it so bad. Let's try a spring roll. There's shrimp spring rolls. Sweet and sour sauce.
Now, again, this is so much food. Like for one person, this is a lot, like a lot. I can understand her if she's got a craving, but why would you buy like like 3 dishes. She's got a soup, she's got the spring rolls, she's got 2 entrees. No, actually, she's got an entree, a main, which is the wonton soup. She's got another main, which is the sow chicken, because it's not so chicken, it's sow, and the garlic noodles. That's 3 whole meals. And the garlic noodles and the chicken could probably feed 2 to 3 people. But it's not a bingo.
I thought I would, like, I know a lot of people didn't like this shirt. One of the new shirts I got when I first did the
oh my God.
video with it. Honestly, I was half dead. I'm going to use these chops.
But Choo Choo, to be fair, the dining area is also the living room. So, like, it's hard to chase the cat out of a communal living space. She could be sitting at a table. She could be sitting at the gaming table in the content room. She's choosing to sit on the floor like a toddler, but okay. And I don't say that because there's a lot of cultures that sit on the floor to eat. They sit around the table to eat because, you know, small table, low, it's easy, it's comfortable. You can cross your legs. Everybody's close. Everybody can reach the food. That's often why it's done on a small table. It's so that everybody can get a bit of everything when you're eating family style. But she sits because it's easier. I don't think they've actually got tables and chairs. And yeah, this is their setup. This is how she prefers to eat, just on the floor like a toddler with the legs stuck out in front of her, tucked under a table.
Chopsticks from the sushi and see if I can do it. I don't know. It's like weird. Like chopsticks make.
Okay, and I've said this before. The way she, see, I'm already just thinking about it. See, when I do this, I get agitated, and when I say the way she uses the chopsticks, I am a snob. Clearly I'm not an Asian person, and I get aggravated and annoyed by the way she handles and holds the chopsticks, the way that the ends cross over at the. I can't, and it's irrational. This is an irrational anger. I should not be so worked up about chopsticks. But I'm baffled. If you're that bad at using them, just admit defeat and use a fork. You use a fork for everything else. Just use a fork until you get better at the chopsticks. Don't film it. It's annoying. It's aggravating. It's kind of embarrassing as well. Don't do it. Practice in private until you get good enough. This is not it. That's rant over. Good.
Make the food look and taste tastier for some reason.
Hi, AP. Hi.
So General So. Who is General So? I mean, he invented this.
It's Sal, but okay.
Chicken. Plus, I have to practice my chopsticks. Hi,
Domino. Hi.
Oh, yummy. This food is hitting the spot. With a hijab and my makeup done, looking more alive, what the shirt looks like.
Ma'am, the shirt looks exactly the same as it did before. There's your makeup and your ugly he colored, because the hijab's not ugly. The color of the hijab is ugly. Literally looks no different. Your eye makeup just makes it look ridiculous because it looks like you should be spending the night out on the Vegas Strip, but your shirt says, I'm going to a prenatal appointment. They don't match. The purple, I don't understand why the makeup would be improving the shirt in any way.
It covers all the bits I need it to cover, and it looks good with pants, and it's going to be a lot cooler.
It is, in Japanese culture, it is bad form to put, I think it's also in Chinese, but I know in the you don't put your rice in the chopsticks in the rice because it's it looks like incense, and incense is used to represent your ancestors that have passed away. I know that I always lay my chopsticks down or I put them on the table, but I think you're supposed to put them on like your wrist or just hold them in your hands. Like I just keep them in my hands. I don't need to. And with sushi is actually supposed to be eaten by hand. You don't have to use chopsticks for sushi, so there was no need for that.
In the summer, because it's not an abaya and I don't have to wear anything underneath it.
Oh, and let's talk chopsticks, okay? The Chinese ones are for volume. They are to get those big, humongous bites, okay? Korean ones have us medium sized and they're a little bit longer, a little bit finessed. I usually use a Korean style chopstick. And then you've got your Japanese ones, which usually have the fine tipped bones because they are usually there to make sure that you get your bones out of your fish and things like that. And each culture says which way is okay to use the chopsticks. But yes, all the chopsticks are different. And I've got a couple of Korean sets. I've got the spoon and the chopstick sets because I like to eat bibimbap and noodles. And I do like to eat my noodles using chopsticks. I don't know why, but I feel it's more satisfying if I use chopsticks to eat them. And I use chopsticks probably 3 or 4 times a week. That's why it annoys me a lot because I do like to eat with them because it does slow me down a little bit more so than the fork and it makes me take smaller bites.
I'm so mad at myself, okay? Because I, for so many years, have been so careless with spending money. And I'm just realizing it now, and it's really peeving me off to think that I was ever like this.
But it only took we're on month 7 or 8 to realize, oh my God, the heat is killing me. I might need less layers. I think she's realized that she has to go outside if she's going to start walking and the abayas with all those layers are just not it, fam. But, everybody was telling her wear pants and tops, wear long, lightweight dresses. But no, I had to wear the abayas because I need to appropriate cultures.
You see this mascara I'm wearing? Pretty decent, huh? Lash Princess Fall.
I find this so funny because we literally had this conversation about a week or so ago about the mascara, about the cost of an expensive one again versus the cost of a cheap one. Me and Foodie, we are in sync when it comes to being frugal. Now, the frugal conversation is an interesting one because she's talking about how she's just saved herself about $33 on her mascara while she's sitting there eating. This is her second takeaway for the week, plus she's buying diet boxes or eating plan boxes, as well as paying for a gym that she's not using. But she saved $33 on a mascara, guys.
Lash Effect Mascara by Essence. Less than $4 on sale, so I don't know how much it would be.
I mean, Foodie can dress however she wants, but there's no reason for her to suffer other than the fact that she likes the idea of an abaya covering her up completely and looking very Middle Eastern and looking very Muslim. She wears it like a shield. I think she wants to try and get rid of as much of her identity as possible. And it gives people an impression of her character because people don't walk around thinking that Muslims are horrible, nasty, rude people. Often you are met with kindness and charity and respect. And I think is the costume. It would be no different from her putting on a priest outfit or a nun or, something that gives you the impression like a police uniform, something that creates that thing in the mind of trust, respect, a kind of behavior set that you would expect from looking at the way somebody dresses. That she uses it like that, in my opinion.
Point is, I usually spend $32 or at least sometimes 15, but the benefit.
Now, I will admit, if it seems choppy, it's because the way that she eats, okay, she will sit there and she'll go, so take a bite. And then she'll start to talk halfway, 5 chews past when she started this conversation. She's not focusing on the conversation. She's focused on the food, and the food is interspersed with conversation. Where normally you would have the conversation and take a bite, chew, continue the conversation. Foodie doesn't do that. It's a bit hard to chop her up and get rid of the chewing without making it weird cuts because, yeah, it's really bizarre. She talks about, and there's a whole chunk of this where I just literally muted her out, and I described that in there because she went too detailed. But she talks about how that she used to just mindlessly eat her food, and that was part of her bingo. and part of her seating disorder. And watching any of her mukbangs, she's not focused on what she's trying to talk about. She's focused on the food. The talking is just a side set to the actual food.
Mascara that I love is like $32. Do you know the amount of mascaras I can get with that?
Oh my God.
I mean,
I have two reasons for that. Either she snapped the arm off, or they've had to remove it so Sala's feet can fit comfortably on the sofa. Because he is 6 foot whatever. And if he's using that as his bed, because they've got a spare room now, but maybe there's not a bed in it. That's all I can think of, is that they've had to create some space on the end.
I don't get it. I think us people just like to get caught up in like name brand stuff, you know? But at the end of the day, like, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. Like, at all.
Hi, Anna.
To blow that kind of money on expensive high-end makeup.
But she's willing to blow all this money on an unused membership and a diet box, and then all the extra takeaway when she's got a whole bunch of fresh ingredients in her fridge. But the mascara, she saved money on the mascara.
When you can get something cheaper that works just as well.
Mm-hmm.
I love broccoli. Especially Chinese food broccoli. Explain this many times.
The Chinese food broccoli, it's the flavor and the sauce and probably the way that it's made, but she doesn't usually go up. She says she likes broccoli, but she never adds it to anything.
And regardless, there are still going to be people, who have something to say about.
Now she's going to go on a little tirade, and yeah, let's listen.
This matter. And call this
Summer.
When it's 100% not. I don't on camera. I know people like to.
When you hear that, always got to do it. Let's get there.
A reason. And when I do order food.
Okay. Let's go back a bit. I do it every stream. I don't know why. I just do. I always bump it and skip it. Just going to go back a bit.
When I'm.
Oh, there we go. When you hear that noise, that's me. I've edited out the word bingo, and I just thought that noise was appropriate. It's a bit reminiscent. It's a bit nostalgic for the old foodie. Okay, let's just go back.
Thinking about meals, planning.
Yeah, go back a bit. This is, yeah.
Things. And I'm not saying this like in a bad way. I realize a lot of people don't understand the concept or the illness.
She's going to tell us. She's going to teach all of us, because we are all unaware, ambivalent. We've never had any life experience. The people in girl world just do not know anything about the illness, the condition, experienced it with someone or had it themselves. We are all numpties. There's nothing going on upstairs. She's going to school us, guys.
For me, would happen again when I'm alone. Because when you're alone, you don't feel the shame. You don't feel like people are not going to look at you. People are not going to tell you to stop eating. People are not going to know you have a problem.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But there is a massive divide between somebody who is maybe 20 kilos overweight. People think they probably eat too much, they don't exercise enough, or there's something medically going on. People just think, there's those stigma that you get when you've got excess weight on you. I do not believe that there are people who would be seeing Foodie Beauty or Amber Lynn out in the wild be thinking, she's just a bit lazy. She probably just eats a bit too much. I would probably think people would be shocked at her size for her height and be thinking that poor lady really has some stuff going on. Once they see her walking, her medical, like people aren't going to be just thinking she's got a little bit of a problem going on. They would be looking at her going, yeah. Or they're not going to say anything, But if somebody were to ask them directly, they're probably going to think, yeah, I think she's probably got some really bad medical issues. She's not a little bit overweight. She is acutely, morbidly obese, like critically obese.
Cheating.
Hi,
They're just going to assume you overeat and you're fat and lazy. But with eating, it's some kind of trigger, like some kind of click, some kind of like compulsion that I can't control most of the time.
So if you can control it part of the time, look into what's happening at that time. What's happening that you can be like, no, I'm not doing that. So when the time comes around where you're feeling like you can't, you can kick that strategy into overdrive. But I honestly think that she doesn't want to say that she can't control it, because she can. She can choose. She can pick and choose. She has the ability to say yes or no.
And it's an obsession. It's like an OCD with food. Like you're obsessed. Like all you think about is food.
It's not an OCD. It's addiction. That's what it is. I wouldn't say that somebody who is a math head is OCD on math. They are addiction to it. It's the same thing. It's sending off the same things as in the brain. It's not, oh, my OCD's in override today. I have to go get myself a rock. Okay.
Food, calculating what you're going to eat, thinking about meals, planning, watching videos of food, looking at through.
Totes, Enola, are you not seeing the vision before us? It's all because we're jelly beans. We're all jelly beans for Chantal's Cuteness.
Talabat and Uber Eats for no reason.
And 100%. Sunshine Country Chickens. All of this. But the thing is, it's backfiring because you still got to use proper language. And if it's a topic that is not educational, because it's not educational in any way, she can still get flagged for the language. She can still turn yellow and be restricted. She can also be turned yellow and be restricted by age. If it's a topic, she will get 18 and under. Like it will not, they won't be able to get it up on their algorithms. She will not be like for her audience, which isn't her target audience anyway, but she will still be restricted by terms of service. And she has no filter on a language whatsoever. She's not, and she doesn't put any, trigger warning in here. Now, I've removed a lot of the triggering conversation and I've removed some of the triggering language because I felt triggered watching this, not going to lie. And a lot of this conversation in the last couple of days, since she's been talking about this, has made me revisit my own issues with overeating and binging. Not that I have them anymore, but it's certainly made me aware of behaviors and things that I have done in the past and little things that creep in over time that you need to address and keep a handle on. So she's got to be careful the way she talks.
When I do order food, I don't order just to satisfy a craving like I'm doing now to eat dinner because I haven't eaten. I do it for some other purpose.
This meal here is just simply because she's famished. She hasn't eaten. That was a very aggressive eaten. It's like, guys, I have to eat. Yeah, you have to eat. You have to eat. And if you're feeling like some Chinese, great, fantastic. But why are you sitting down like this? And her stream yesterday was about neutralizing food. Okay. And neutralizing food is making it not good or bad. It's just making it food. It's something to consume to give you energy, to keep you going. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not either. It's just literally food. It's fuel. Okay. But normally when you're doing that, you're doing it in a way that makes it different from the way that you used to consume it before. The literal difference between neutralizing for her is just to say, oh, I choose to eat this and I'm not going to feel guilty. When in reality, I would not be framing it as a mukbang. I wouldn't be setting it up as a mukbang. I wouldn't be filming it. I would be taking it out of its takeaway containers and putting it on a plate. I'd be putting it in a cup. I'd be portioning it out. I'd be packing my leftovers away so as not to eat it. I would reframe the food in a different way to neutralize it. I'd change the environment. I'd change the pace I'd eat it. Not if I can't change the food, I'm going to change the way my brain, my eyes, and my environment makes me consume the food to try and change it and reframe it as a whole. Not just literally be like, I'm not going to feel guilty for eating this. That's not neutralizing food.
Purpose. I got soy sauce on my sleeve. So, for example, when I would order pizza, you know, it would be like a whole large. And I had to finish the large. It was like again a compulsion. I couldn't leave any of the food to satisfy this binge urge.
Now that is something that we've all gotten from our parents, right? Because my mum did it to me. I used to do it to my little boy, but I had to change that because of his issues. I couldn't do that. Whatever he ate, we were happy with because he had food issues and stuff, which you know we managed. But if you're a kid in the 70s and the 80s and probably the 40s and the 50s and kids that have come out of like the depressions and whatnot, you finish what's on your plate because you literally had 3 meals a day, and whatever your parents, whether they be poor, broke, or whatever, especially if you come from a family where your resources were limited, you ate what was on your plate because you were lucky to have that. And you were told to finish your plate. The fact that the portions were made ridiculously large going forward, that's on the fault of whoever's providing the food. But the idea that you finished what was on your plate is because you needed that nutrition. That's because you were starving by the time you got to dinner, and that's what you had. You finished your plate. And that goes into adulthood, and that's what you've got to reframe. You don't eat. You stop eating once you're full. Literally just stop while you're eating. That's not a thing that you have to carry through. That's just something that's indoctrinated into us as children. And if you grew up in the 70s and the 80s like me and the 90s going forward, that's just what we did. And then as an adult, you stop doing that once you realize it's a problem.
So shovel it in. I wouldn't once the food gets there, it's like
she can't do
autopilot.
That.
Even planning the food starts becoming autopilot for me. I would put something on and just mindlessly shovel the food in, calories after, not even thinking, just getting that like binge urge fix.
Oh, I missed one. Oh, did I not cut this part out? Hang on. I think this is the bit that I might have cut out and had to undo. I undid it and didn't edit it. Let me just check.
So
in this section, I've actually cut her audio out because she goes on for about 1.5 minutes talking about what she would do while she was binge, and she used quite a number of descriptors, and I felt it was actually quite triggering for me. So I thought that it probably would be triggering for others. So I actually cut that part out. And then I just started it up again when she started talking about her mentals.
You know, people like to make fun of my fad diets, but it's actually a big symptom of I was in denial. Sometimes still am. For so long about what my problem was. For me, this is not a binge. It's eating unhealthy.
For her, this isn't a bingo. For someone for somebody that might be. It is a spectrum, right? This may not be a full-blown bingo, but this is a precursor, I believe. This is her taking the edge off. This would be the equivalent of somebody who's trying to give up smoking, going outside and just having one or two, or somebody who's trying to cut down on the drinking, like saying, I'm just going to have a drink with dinner, or I'm going to only drink on the week. Like, this is her just taking the edge off. This is a lot of food consumed alone in the old way that she used to. It may not be the exact size of the food that she used to eat, but it's definitely close. Now, I have prepared something else, okay? Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me see if I can find it. I went back to her channel and I took some pictures of old mukbangs from about 4 years ago and put them into a picture just so we can look at and compare what she used to eat in a mukbang when she was full on binge-ing. She was like into it, like overeating, just as compared to see that perhaps has she scaled back. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can bring it up. Bring it up. There we go. Okay. Oh, already had it up. Right. Okay. Let me see if I can share that one. Okay. Nope. This one. Nope. Ah, darn, I can't. Why can't I bring it up? Why? It won't let me. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Nah. I was looking at the wrong tab. Okay. So we've got four different things here, right? So this was a waffly mukbang. I think it was like Popeyes or something like that. This was soft tacos. Let me see if I can shift it a little bit, make it a bit bigger. There we go. This was hamburger and fries from somewhere. And this was just like a little TV state dinneries. Now, these portions don't look too far from what she's eating today. And this was in the height of her bingo eating phase. So has she really made any difference? I think she's justifying and just tricking herself, or she wanted to eat a big meal today because she's I think she's on the edge of just like giving up and bingoing. Absolutely. It's just she was just taking the edge off today. Who thinks when she shut the camera off she just sat down and finished it? Because I think that's what she did. All right, back to it. Let's go.
And too much, which I'm used to eating, right? Because I do binge, so I'm used to eating a lot. And it takes a lot more to satiate me.
A mini bingo is still a bingo.
So I'm not going to deny that, no, I shouldn't be eating this. But I am. I have chosen to eat this. So
that's her trying to neutralize the meal. She has chosen to eat it. You've chosen to eat every meal. You've chosen every meal. You've chosen the food. What she's saying, because I speak Fupa, is what she's trying to say is, I'm not going to feel guilty about choosing this meal because it is just food. I'm not going to feel guilty about this one, which is probably even worse, I think. She's off track. She's taking the edge off. She's hurting herself, but her ED is fighting her.
That's my choice. And like I said, I'm not only going to come on my channel when I'm having a good day.
She's adapted her entire life. Let's think about it. Okay, so she used to work. She used to have a partner. She used to live in her own apartment, okay? What happened to this lady? She got a lot of subscribers and she started to make enough income from mukbangs because she tried beauty, she tried creepy stories, she tried a whole bunch of things. But once she introduced the food, she started to get the views and she started to get the income. So, what's happened? She's gained weight. She's become immobile. She's become unemployable because of her behavior. So the addiction has actually codependent on each other. Her physicality and her addiction has created the comfortable lifestyle. So the only thing she can do is stay in the addiction to create the income, to create the comfortability. She can hardly walk. She can hardly move. Her reputation is crap, so she's unemployable. All she wants to do is sit and eat because her physicality is so bad. She's so miserable. She can't get therapy. She's so alone because she's gained so much weight, because she's allowed her addiction to take over, because her life is so comfortable. It's like, it's all intermingled. Her starting mukbangs and getting the mukbang channel off the ground was the worst thing that happened to her. She probably thinks it's the best thing that's ever happened, but it was actually the worst.
Or a successful day. I find that to be fake.
But I'm not going to lie, though, that wonton, this food looked pretty good. The only thing that makes me gag is watching Foodie eat it, but the wonton soup, I did go on Pinterest and pin some recipes today, not going to lie.
I haven't been deleting comments of people, some hateful ones, yes, but not really ones giving me crap about what I'm eating, because you're right. I mean, you know, this is honestly some of the best Chinese food.
Hi, SH, hi.
I've had. It's so good. They have good Indian food here too at this place, because
risotto
it's
dishes.
like in Indochina. And a lot of Chinese restaurants are like that here, Indochina. Now, like, for example, this is like the thing.
Now, this tells me that Foodie is quantity over quality. She doesn't know what quality food is, but what she says here just puts it into a little frame, put it in a box and put it on a shelf. Foodie doesn't care about good food. She doesn't.
Chang's, when we went out for dinner, it was like so expensive. I think maybe like $70,
$70 for two people on a night out at a restaurant is not expensive.
$5 for the two of us. All of this food, which is like, honestly, no offense, PF Chang's, this food is more filling, bigger portion, and more authentic Chinese tasting. You know,
the first two things she said, more filling, bigger portions. Of course, it's going to be more filling because you get to eat more. But how would she know what authentic Chinese food is? She doesn't really like Chinese food. The Chinese food that she's had in the past, she likes this. I would think that this is probably very oily, very salty, very greasy, very Americanized. It probably doesn't have a lot of authentic Chinese flavors. I think it's probably fatty and garlicky. The wonton soup is probably the most authentic thing she's eating there. But yeah, I think this is American. Like MCM said before, it's Americanized Chinese. That's why she probably likes it.
PF Chang's is an American chain, right?
Hi, Cowboy Dog. Hi.
This is, how much was all this food? $25 for everything. If you're wondering where Salah is.
Now, okay, we all know. The reason that when you go to a restaurant, there are some restaurants that you go to. I don't know what PF Chang's is. I don't have that here. I've never tried it. But I know that there are certain places that we go, we are so happy to pay more because the ingredients are usually higher quality. The portions will be smaller, but they're probably more normalized. That's why you try more entrees and things like that. So you can try more diverse dishes, like get 3 or 4 entrees. You have smaller mains, but you're paying more for better quality food, but also the way that they are prepared. The staff, the chef that prepares them are probably better skilled, have better unique recipes. There's a reason why you often pay more for things. You're paying for the skill and the preparation and the ingredients. That's how food works. Like there's a place here that I buy pizza from. Now, pizza is my trigger food. Like I absolutely love pizza. It is the one thing that I try not to order. Yes, I can get cheap Domino's. Yes, I could get cheap Pizza Hut. But I will wait until I'm just like absolutely fanging. My husband, and I usually don't get it. My husband usually will get it for me. If he goes, do you want to get some takeaway tonight? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, what are the choices? And he's like, well, I was going to get this, or we could get pizza. And I'll always be like, pizza. But I wait until I can get this pizza because it is way expensive. That's why I make the husband pay for it, so I don't have to. And it's better. It is not low calorie. It is not, it's not a lesser version. It is just better quality. It is tastier than the cheap Pizza Hut or Domino's. So I will wait and just sit through the craving until I can have that pizza, because I'd rather have no pizza. Or if I'm not having that pizza, I don't want pizza. And that's just the deal I've made with myself. I'm not going to waste the calories and waste my time on crap pizza. I will just wait for the good stuff. And foodie doesn't do that. She just wants volume. She's a volume consumer. She is not a foodie. She's a consumer. Hi, Abby Cat. Hi.
He had a bit of work to do. And he's also, I got some of my clothes in, some of the clothes, but one of the things doesn't fit properly, like in the bust area. The rest of the things fit well. I can't wait to do a video showing you guys. I'll try to have that out soon. Maybe later today. But he's exchanging for me the clothes. He's very quick. He just goes in, and so I'm good.
I don't know about you guys, but she's gotten to the point where she doesn't even care about clothes anymore. Nothing fits nice. Nothing looks good. Everything's just literally functional at this point. I don't know how many of you would actually trust your husband or would want your husband to go into a shop and pick out an item for you to wear. Just literally anything that fits. That's the order. And that seems it's me. It's like, oh, what? Just give me anything in a size 58 or 60 that is baggy and loose. Dark colors preferred. It literally would be as simple as that. Because there's no individuality. It's literally utilitarian at this point.
I'm gonna get another shirt instead. And a face wash. I forgot a face wash. I'm gonna be dyeing my hair. My hair is like.
You are literally two of my favorite things: pizza and kitty cats. Unless you are, no, I won't go there.
Up to here now. Like it's getting long.
I was just gonna say, unless you're a pizza flavored veg, but I don't think so. I think it's cute and it's pizza.
There is still some thinning, but it's not for some reason as bad. I think it's because I've been using the rosemary oil that Salah got me. And
sweetheart. She thinks these oils, because they come from the Middle East, are some magical cure. No, babes. There's not enough oil in the world that is going to make your hair thicker and plumper. It's probably made it greasier, but it's not going to regrow your hair follicles. It's not the fountain of youth for your head. Rosemary oil is not the magic cure. It probably makes your hair feel really soft and nice, but it's not making your hair thicker. Rogaine is where it's at, my friend. Hormone therapy, a healthy diet, like that's your best chance.
Yeah. I don't understand the comments like, oh, he's always gone, blah, blah, blah. Actually, he's not. Like, I don't understand how that's like a symbol of like love for someone, like if they go to work. Like most couples, like I know people who's.
But it's so random. He's either in his room or he's gone. Is he working? But where is he at nighttime? Because he's either working all the time during the daytime because he's always gone, or he's always gone at nighttime because he's working at nighttime. Is perfume making a nighttime type job? Does it have to be done in the cooler temps of the nighttime? Why is he gone day and night? He's either working a regular job 8 to 9, or he's working like 18 hours a day. He's never around, as far as we can see.
Spouses, like they're gone 3 weeks out of the month to work.
Hi, Purple Spirit.
How is that like any indication of, you know?
I've got 3 of my almost favorite things in here: the pizza and the kitties. That's my thing. And purple's one of my favorites.
Salah's gone maybe like a couple hours, you know, and not every day. So
no, you know what it is. And I'm going to offend some people. And House of Hannibal, if you're lurking, if you're watching, it's going to offend you. She's married a gamer. I think he's in his room. And anybody who's also got, you know, a lot of us are in our 40s or our late 30s, maybe even their 50s. If you've got a gamer husband, oh, yikes. My husband's not a gamer much anymore. Like he plays little games on his phone, but when we first started together, the amount of fights we had over the amount of time he would play like Biodome and other stupid games, oh my, the amount of times we almost broke up, just the amount of time he was on it. Nah, I reckon he's in his room playing games. He's a gamer.
Are you saying that people aren't in love because they have to go to work? Like, I don't get it. Anyway,
I have another theory. I feel like at this point he is the main breadwinner and she is supplementing his income because her YouTube's just not paying its way. She's supplementing. She's not the whole breadwinner. He's deciding what's going on because he's making the bulk of the money. The perfume business is going gangbusters.
So weird. So weird. Anyway, I've been full. I'm full. So I'm going to put, I have a lot left over actually. I'm going to put this in the fridge. Such big portions. I love it.
Such big portions. I love it.
Okay. I need the rest whenever. I don't know. Salah doesn't like this kind of food, so it's all mine. All right, guys. And don't worry, he doesn't.
Goose Chuck had some. Did she have an insomnia stream? I've had really bad insomnia. I've had some big changes at work coming up, and I think my anxiety is like I came to the realization today after I spoke to my husband because I've had some really bad insomnia and anxiety the last couple of days, and it's because some things are changing at work, and I don't do well with change. And my body, I'm like, oh, my safe place is changing, and in my brain it goes, it's not a safe space anymore, even though it's like rationally speaking it's fine, but my anxiety goes, no, it's going to be different. I'm not going to be in my same groove. And my brain just freaks out and says, you don't get to sleep now because we need to be hyper vigilant. That's what happens. So I'd say there's been some massive changes for Goose Truck, and maybe that's why the insomnia strain. So I hope she's okay.
Starve. I made him chicken and rice, his favorite, meat and rice, and whatever else. So he enjoyed my paneer as well. I'm surprised. All right, guys.
Does he know that you squeezed it through one of your janky abayas? Like, oh, wow. So that means her size 58 abayas, I just made the connection. Size 58 abaya, the reason that she's used it for the paneer and it's now her paneer cloth is because it's unwearable, which means it's either worn out or it doesn't fit anymore. It's uncomfortable to wear. Okay. Does that mean she took some scissors to it and made it small, or she literally just used, and she's going to rewear it? Ugh, it's gross either way, but okay. Okay. Just use a tea towel, foodie. If you're listening, just use a tea towel. It's fine. Don't use your clothes, okay? Don't do it. It's gross.
So stay tuned.
I'm just thinking of all the DNA in the paneer.
Do a clothing haul for you guys. I only got a few shirts, but at least I can show you what I got in this different style because wearing the abayas all the time is really hot in this weather, and I think I'll feel a lot more free and just wearing this, So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.
Okay, so that was that. So that was foodie. Okay, so now all we've got left now is Miss Amber Lynn Reid Part 2. Now, guys, I have not seen this. So this is going to be a fresh response, a fresh react. I simply put it on a backdrop because, she's copyright strikey. So I've just not even edited it. It's pretty short. It's just a short one. So let's get going with that, guys. And then we'll see where we're at when we're finished that, because we've already been on for nearly 2 hours. This is what I brought. And if you know what this is, let me know. Shenanigans is in here because I know Shenanigans would know. And this guy here, if you know what these are, let me know in the chat. So that was one tea. And I have another tea sitting here. I made myself 2 big teas so I didn't have to run out and get drinks like I did last time. Hi, Lynn. Hi. It's mutual. It's mutual, guys. It was mutual breakup. I don't know why I have to say it like that, but I just do. Okay, so let me get this one. Amber Part 2. We went with the theme. I kept the same background. Okay. I don't know why I explain all my backgrounds and my editing to you. Like, you guys probably don't care. I think it's just because it's new, and I don't know. I just want some confirmation that it's okay. That's all. I just need a little bit of, like, I'm a bit insecure about it. I think that's probably why I bring it up. I'll stop doing it. I'll stop it. Okay. Amber Putnam. There we go. Make her big. And I think I need to slow her down too, because I think I did her double time. All right, I've already slowed it down. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's these are BT21s. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's BT21 characters. Each BTS member has its own character. This is Jin's character. It's a little llama. He's very cute. It's RJ. That's RJ. And that is J-Hope's character. He's one of my biases. He's a dancing horse named Mung. Yep. I love them. Dry eyes, dry eye cries. Just call her Dry Eyes from now on. Dry-eyed Amber. That's her mafia name. Amber Dry Eyes. Yep. Okay, she's looking forlornly out the window again. We've gone with the theme.
Feline did give me permission.
Okay.
Hey guys, so I was trying to find a time when I wasn't crying, because that's literally...
Within the first 3 seconds, I've been crying again, guys. I've been crying again. She's really wringing all the sympathy she can out of this. Now, I've boosted her sound. The sound quality on her video was terrible. So if it's too low, I'm sorry.
All I've been doing, that's all Feline has been doing. I finally took my first shower since the breakup. Today's the 6th. We broke up on the 4th. And I'm a daily shower type of girl. I don't think I've skipped a shower in...
That's a lie.
Feline has been doing. I finally took my first shower since the breakup. Today's the 6th. We broke up on the 4th. And I'm a daily shower type of girl. I don't think I've skipped a shower in...
It's like he's got a little... Oh, Pizza Kitty's little... He's got like a little Charlie Chaplin hairdo. Is that what that looks like? I've got really bad eyesight, guys. But his little black strips, it's like a little side part with the little 1920s do. That's so cute. Oh, Summer Cats, I can't start talking BTS. I'll be here forever. But yes, you are 100% right. Our dance leader.
It's been a hot minute, so it doesn't even matter, but I'm just saying. The fact that I was able to shower, I am glad about that. I just feel super, like, everything doesn't matter. Things seem so pointless right now. And Feline did give me permission to share as much as I want. And that kind of shocked me.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Go back. She clocked herself in the viewfinder and changed the angle. Sincerity just went out the window.
First shower since the breakup. Today's the 6th. We broke up on the 4th. And I'm a daily shower type of girl. I don't think I've skipped a shower in, I don't know, it's been a hot minute, so it doesn't even matter, but I'm just saying. The fact that I was able to shower, I am glad about that. I just feel super, like, everything doesn't matter. Things seem so pointless right now. And Feline did give me permission to share as much as I want. And that kind of shocked me, to be honest, because she is very private. But she knows this is also something that I'm going through. I first want to just say, like, thank you guys so much for the support. Like, I have gotten so many messages, and I glanced at the comments, and it's just pouring with support. Of course, there are people who are very insensitive. That comes with the territory, but I just appreciate the
insensitive or calling BS for her disingenuity. She's disingenuous. Can't talk. That's not being insensitive. Some people are just like, yeah, you're going through a breakup. You'll be okay. Like, how do you want us to be? Like, all like up your ass? Like, oh my God, you poor baby. Oh my God, what are you going to do? Here's some chocolate, some chips. Take a lie down. Take some Advil. No, some people like, suck it up, buttercup. You'll be okay in a couple of months. Whatevs. Like, what can we do from far away? You have to deal with your sister, have to deal with this by yourself. Your YouTube family can't help you.
The support so much. I'm only one person here. And I haven't been the most independent person in my life, obviously, but it doesn't matter if you're super independent.
The most independent or independent at all?
And if you're not, sometimes you just need someone to like care. And to feel like so many people care, it's helped in a weird way. There are a lot of rumors happening.
Okay, guys, let's give Pizza Kitty's back muscle some good vibes. Good vibes. I hope you feel soft and supple in no time at all. I hope that any pinched nerves become less pinchy. And I hope you all it needs is a little bit of rubbing and some hot showers to make you feel a bit better. Good vibes.
Which I do understand, because like I am being like kind of vague to protect Feline because I love her a lot.
She's trying to protect Feline, guys, when she's already laid the little eggs, just thrown out a few little eggs on how there was some discord in their relationship. And yeah, I'm protecting her. Okay.
But there are a few things I want to clear up. People saying like she broke up with me. No. People saying that it's because she's poly. No. Like people saying that she's in a relationship, another one, like found someone else. No. None of these things are true at all. Feline is a great person, but I feel like I wasn't happy because there were things that were happening. And I know she wasn't happy.
This is the first we've heard of this. Otherwise, we thought perfection, like they were goals. They were the lesbian couple du jour. Where's this all coming from? So she was being fake behind the scenes, or keeping it private? She was just keeping it private. That's how I'm going to look at it.
And mutually, this has been something that we have talked about breaking up, trying to fix things. And it's hard when one person fixes or tries to fix things more than the other person. And like,
how's this? She sounds very tinny, and I'm sorry, guys, but that's on her end. Is the volume okay? I just want to make sure you can hear it.
I don't want to point fingers and anything like that, but a lot of people think that she's leaving me because I didn't get weight loss surgery, or because of my weight, or because of that. No. I know it's probably easier to believe, but
no, Lynn, Ambi is a lesbian's lesbian, put it that way. She only likes boys if that is part of the package to be with the girl, if you know what I mean. She's full lesbian unless she needs to be a little bit bi.
For the first time in my life, I understand the saying, sometimes you need more than love, or sometimes love can only take you so far, because I am absolutely and utterly in love with Feline, and she is absolutely and utterly in love with me. Yesterday was very hard for her. She has not drank in over a year, because when I stopped drinking, she also stopped. And she got extremely drunk yesterday, and I had to take care of her.
Why would you out that? What was the purpose? She's laying groundwork. She's already started, and she's doing it in a way that it's like, she got drunk, guys. It's like, yeah, you've probably been binging for the last 24 hours. You're both not doing appropriate behaviors. Like, shut up. Like, and I would expect, you know what I would expect? If you've just broken up with someone, I would expect that you would go away and you get absolutely hammered. You'd cry it out. You'd have a really bad hangover. What I would not expect is to sit down and out this on the YouTubes and film it for the world to see. The very next, like 2 days after it happened. That's weird. The drinking part, normal. This, what she's doing is the weird part. Sorry.
I was very worried. There was a moment where I almost called 911 because like I didn't know what to do. But we both agreed that there is no more alcohol to be coming in this home. She regrets drinking that hard, but she is trying to numb her pain. She is hurting too. She doesn't want to lose me, and she just regrets things. And this is probably like, I'm an immature person. You guys know that. I'm very childish at heart, and I do.
What does she regret? See, she's framing this like Feline has done stuff. This is Feline's done things that she regrets. Feline's been drinking. Feline doesn't want to let her go. Feline wholly and solely loves her. Then why are you breaking up? Why can't you fix it? Why not?
Childish things, but this is probably one of the most mature things I've ever done, and it is ripping me to pieces. It's ripping me. Like when Feline looked at me today and she was crying, and I was just like, what's hurting you the most? And she said, I honestly thought it was you. And what she meant by that is like, through our whole relationship, like we had plans of getting married, and we even had a venue picked out, and I was never ready for that proposal, and I've talked about that before. And a lot of people are confused because marriage is something I've always kind of talked about, and it's because of the problems. But it was still something that I did want her. If she worked on herself and...
No. She is trying to make out, unless Feline comes out to be some kind of math head, cokey type person, shoplifter, car thief, embezzler. I refuse to believe that she wholly and solely destroyed this relationship. I just can't. I cannot believe that Amber is doing this. Shit. So the manipulative, narcissistic, housebound, 526-pound woman with a history of being rude and nasty to her past partners, is awful to people online, has an active, raging seating disorder, is not the problem in this relationship. Okay, all right.
We were able to grow together. That is something I wanted. And it was something we always said to each other, that it's you. It's always been you, the one. But saying that, like, love isn't enough sometimes. Love isn't enough. And that is like the most...
On a side note, Pizza Kitty, I did a little photo shoot with my little boy today. We were sitting cozy on the couch because it was a bit cold today. I've got my bed socks on. I've been walking around because the office is a bit cold. And the sun was coming in the window, and he's really fat right now. He's fat for him anyway, because in winter he eats a lot and he gets fluffy and plump and his coat thickens up, and the sun was just shining in and he looked magnificent and glorious. I did a little mini photo shoot with him on the lounge because he was just magnificent. It was photo worthy. I might post some of them on my community post. I know it's not, cool or anything, but yeah, I'm a cat lady, all right? So I was just going to edit them a little bit, put them, I was just going to do editing to them because you can see my fan and the background's not the greatest, but yeah, I was going to do a little bit of editing to them to make them a bit cooler.
Mature way of looking at some things. I've never understood it before, that two people could be so in love with each other, but still not be right for each other. This has been the hardest thing that I've ever had to do.
Wait, if somebody is your heart, if they are your other half, if they are the salt to your pepper, if they are the mustard to your ketchup, see food analogies, can't escape it. If they are the yin to your yang, if they are if they are your yang to your yang, how can they not be the right one? When someone is your soulmate, that means that they are you literally locked together in perfect harmony. Whether you're similar or different, the fact that you work together and you are a two people that just find each other. If that is your person, you can figure it out. If they're not your person, then you split up. That's how it works. They can't be the other half to your heart if you've got to break up. It just doesn't work that way. For me anyway. I just don't get that.
I have random moments where I'm just completely numb. And then I have other moments where my heart hurts so bad, it makes me feel like I'm gonna puke. I literally feel physically ill. And I know Feline's feeling the same way. And it's just, I have to keep reminding myself why I'm doing this. And it's so freaking hard. So freaking hard. And there's just so many steps that I have to take now. And
I'm sorry, but 3 days into your breakup, I don't even know if I could vocalize these things without being upset. To talk about not being with them, it would be too painful to talk about. She literally, she's talked about other things in this same demeanor, in this same way. Just dry, droll, and overly dramatic, I just her, just dramatizing it. This has never happened to anyone else. It's the most breaking uppy breakup of all time. It's the breaking uppiest it's ever been.
And it's I'm hurting more for Feline than I am for myself because she has this heartbroken.
Stop it. She went too far. She went too far. I hurt more for Feline than I hurt for myself. Shut up. Stop it.
I've never seen this side of her. And I just want to like hold her and kiss her and love her. And I know that I can't. I know that I shouldn't. And she slept on the couch again last night because I don't want to sleep in the same bed as her because I need to detach myself. And she kept saying how badly she wanted to come crawl into bed with me. And I'm just so glad she didn't. Like, I'm so glad she didn't. Because I would have caved. Or at least I feel like I would have. But
this is weird. This is so weird. What is she doing? Is she trying to show us she's grown since the Becky breakup? Because this was the complete opposite. She was sitting there guilting Becky to Becky's face. I can't imagine being with anybody else but you. bawling, absolutely bawling her eyes out. And they'd been broken up for a couple of weeks and she was bored. That's the last time I saw her cry, is when she was with Becky. Maybe Becky was the motivator. Like, she really could get into the scene because Becky was there. But it was like, we have to sleep together. Like, I can't not sleep. I'm scared at nighttime in the bed by myself. But this time it's like, no, I'm the one to say no. I think that's because she got so much crap for it last time.
It's just like, something has to change. I want her to be fully happy, and I want me to be fully happy. Like, Feline worked so hard. Like,
Are you okay, Jade? The thunderstorms didn't take you out. Everything's okay now. You're all good. Because I know that were they the same thunderstorms that Erie was? Because I know during Erie pepperoni streams, Erie's got her paranormal channel going up now too. You should be able to find it via her Erie pepperoni thing, because I can't remember the name, but I was there. I was watching it. She was having some mad thunderstorms as well. Or no, who was that? No. I was watching a stream and someone was having some mad thunderstorms. Pretty sure it was Erie. Just trying to think. I could hear it in the back. Oh no, it was Hillbilly Belinda. She was having some mad thunderstorms. There's thunderstorms everywhere at the minute.
It's one of the most hardworking people I've ever known. Like, so many people have this like misconception of her, like, she don't pay bills, she don't do this, you know, that's bullshit lies. Like, that's just all made up for the entertainment by reaction channels. Feline is the most giving person. And she holds her own. She even holds me sometimes. Like, you know, I'm not really someone who needs help financially, and I'm grateful for that. Very, very grateful. But like, you know, the whole weight loss surgery thing, and like, I'm just like such a very giving person where I'm like, oh, you don't have to like pay for rent. It's totally fine. And she's like, no, literally paying for half. I'm paying for all half of the bill.
That's because I think Feline's an adult. She's like an adult. And probably doesn't want to fall into the trap of being dependent on Amber. And I feel like Amber's the kind of person that would use that against you. And
Bill's like, she's just the most hardworking person. And it's like, I don't want her to be hardworking just to fucking pay rent. I want her to be able to live and to live her life and to explore the world. And I cannot give her that right now. I can't. And it's so hard. Like, I'm not perfect by no means.
Pizza, I'm probably not going to go off. I think if you're talking about the day that I told Chantal to eat a bag of dicks, probably not going to happen. I've learnt my lesson from a day like that. Probably not my best moment. I know it sounded kind of cool and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have the energy for Amber like that. And that was circumstantial. That was circumstantial.
Like, Feline wasn't fully happy either.
Cool,
I have a lot of freaking shit that I have to work on. Like, look at me. I can't travel with her right now. And I want to give that to her. I want to be able to give that to her.
Lynn, are you in Chicago? I've been to Chicago. I went to, what's the name of that famous Chicago place that does the deep dish pizza? I've been there. I've had the pizzas. I drank the margarita. It was delicious. I actually really liked Chicago. It was kind of cool. Except the cab driver was really rude. And I did tell him off for being rude to me as well. And he didn't get a good tip.
And this is the only way that I know how to do it. And a lot of people don't understand that, like, it wasn't one-sided and there's just so many rumors going on. And
I
get it because of vagueness. And it's because some things I do have boundaries.
Allegra, what are you getting at farmer's market? Anything good? Anything that we need to know about? Anything exotic? Because I want a farmer's market. I think the closest thing to a farmer's market, we don't really have stuff like that. I'm just assuming it's a big grocery store.
I do. And I want to continue having those boundaries. But I do feel like I need to do my part in protecting what is true. And
MCM, I don't know who her writers are, but they didn't do this script is just, it's a little OTT. It's a little bit, they're really building the groundwork for future episodes, though. We are painting the picture of Wifey as being the villain in this particular arc. She's our hero. She's our protagonist and our hero at the same time. I'm just waiting for where are the side characters going to come into this one? When is Wifey going to end up going and jumping over to Destiny's channel, or perhaps teaming up with Becky, and they're all going to, all three of them going to sit around and talk crap on Amber? Because, I mean, the potential is enormous. But whoever her writers are, they suck. She's too dramatic. Or it's maybe the script is good, but the acting's poor.
Versus like what is wrong. And it's like the conspiracies aren't true. None of them are true. None of them.
Hey, Oshana.
I just want to come on here and let everyone know what is true and what is real and do my best to heal. It's going to be hard to heal these next like 3 to 5 months, 3 to 6.
I think the community's got a lot of pet owners, cat owners, dog owners, just animal lovers. We don't mind if you talk about your pets. It's okay.
Months. There's a lot that I have to do. There's a lot I have to do. And I've taken a few steps already because I am going to be moving. And it's not going to be like right off the bat because I am very obsessive. I had to move into this apartment very quickly. It's a little different because this apartment is about 2 hours away from where I was living.
Oh my God, that would be quite the thing. Sala and Wifey on a road trip. Who would drive? They could share the driving. And then Foodie and Amber can just sit on the couch and oh God. Could you imagine those two in a room together? Oh, the hostility. Oh, that would be quite the sight to see. That would break girl world, I think.
Before, but where I will be moving is in a completely different state. It's going to take me a couple days to even get there. So this is a lot.
Is okay. I eat raw carrots with him. Is that just like a public announcement or a confession? Context. I need context. I eat gherkins with cheese and crackers.
A lot more I's to dot, T's to cross, and I'm very obsessive in the sense of I need everything to be perfect. I want to get rid of a lot of the things that I own, whether that be Goodwill, whether that be selling. I kind of want to just like purge.
Okay. Squish face. I agree. I agree. I like it better too because it makes me a bit easier to see. But somebody did request earlier that I make it smaller. So since I've had it for most of the stream with the screen smaller, I'm going to change it back and make me bigger. I think that's only fair and just. Okay, because I did acquiesce to the first request. Since Squish Face has brought it up, I'm going to acquiesce to her request or their request. Don't know the gender. Okay, back. Hi. Okay, we'll switch back and forth as we need. Go.
A lot of stuff and just a lot of things that holds like an item can hold so many memories. I just don't want those anymore, and I don't want clutter.
I made banana bread muffins of my own design. I used to make muffins a lot, so I kind of just had the recipe in my head. But I used banana, really, really ripe banana, so the flavor was really good. Pecans, pecans on top. Almonds. Oh no, I put almonds in the banana pancakes that I made. Pecans, cran raisins. And I just eat them with a little bit of butter, and I put a little bit of salt in them. And I made them the other day just because I wanted to use up the bananas. And then with the other half of the ripe banana, I made banana pancakes with almonds in them because I like a little bit of pop. And then I made that with a slice of bacon and some maple syrup because on the last stream, Dr. Phil, we were talking about it, and we were talking about American pancakes, how you guys like have butter and chicken and stuff with pancakes, and it made me want that. So I made like a little version of it for myself. It made a couple of pancakes, 2 strips of bacon. I like soft bacon. I know that's weird, but I like soft bacon with a bit of sugar-free maple syrup. It was delicious. But yes, you got to use those bananas up. And that was the only reason is like I didn't want to throw them away.
Just want anything that will help me feel more at peace and less anxiety. That's what I want. I want more just at peace, and it's going to be hard for me to get there. I have a lot I have to do. So my first thing was, like, I have a weird way of trying to figure out certain things, probably in the way that like a normal person would do things. So my first two things that I was more worried about was, is my bank in the state that I want to go to? And it is, so check. And then I also wanted to know, because my accountant for taxes, I have had the same accountant for about 5-6 years now, and I do not want a different one. So I had to figure out if I'm able to keep the same accountant even if I live in a different state, and thankfully I am.
What the fuck? She's picked where she's going to live because she doesn't want to change banks and she wants to keep the same accountant. I am calling a hot, heaping, steaming pile of horse shite. That is the stupidest justification I've ever heard in my life. That sounds like a pile of shit.
So those, for some reason, were like two big stresses for me that were like super stressful. I think the next step is definitely going to buy boxes. I want to buy boxes so I can slowly start separating what I want to keep.
You know what? That's the thing. When you cook for yourself, when something's a flop, recognize the flop and make it better, or don't make it again. I hate it when people are like, oh, everything they make is good. Like, oh, it was so amazing. It was so good. I made it perfect the first time around. No, I'm sorry. That doesn't happen. I've made some things that have been absolute, and I'll admit it. I've made it too spicy. I've made it too salty. I've made it too goopy or runny or yuck. And I've course corrected. I can't handle those people that it's like, it was brilliant the first go.
What Feline wants to keep, what I want to give to Goodwill, and what I want to sell. And it's just going to be like a long process. It's going to be tedious, and I love tedious work. I personally love moving. I love everything about moving besides finding the place. Trying to find somewhere that accepts 3 pets is very freaking hard. I got very lucky with this apartment because it is a luxury apartment, and I know people LOL at that, they giggle at that, they roll their eyes at that, but it is luxury apartment. Like, this place is like, literally, if you look up the name of it, it's luxury. So it like says it in the name. I got very lucky.
Is she flexing? She's flexing. It's a luxury apartment, guys. It's not a regular apartment. It's a luxury apartment.
With this apartment, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get lucky again. So I do want to just start kind of getting things together. If I have to live out of boxes for a little bit, that's fine. I just want to do whatever's going to make it easier for me and whatever's going to make it easier for Feline. There's a lot that has to happen. This isn't like a messy breakup. Like, she wants to be there to help me, and I want her to be here, and I want to spend as much time with her as I can, like as a friend. And I know that she feels the same way, and I know that we're both hurting. So
it's not messy yet. I feel like it's going to get messy.
We're both being very like fragile with one another, and yeah, like, I seem level-headed right now, but I bet you $1 million freaking dollars, and the minute I click this off, I'm just gonna be bawling my eyes out again. You can love someone with every single part of you.
If your emotions are that so close to the surface, if you're just going to break down the second you turn the camera off, I would be thinking those emotions would be very hard to contain. She seems to be containing herself quite well. I'm not saying she's not sad about the breakup, but this is she's making this, I feel like she's making this more, she's building it up more than she's actually feeling inside. Yeah, this is BS.
But no, that is just not the right time. It's not the right time for either of us right now. And I know that, and I think that's the part that hurts the most, is that we could stay together, but it was hurting being with her. That's really all I want to say about that. I don't know. I just don't know. It's hard when you think that you like are willing to accept like how a relationship is.
Nola, I agree. I think she's already got someone lined up. Because she would not be so self-assured, and she hates being alone. So, yeah, something's fishy. Something smells.
So you're
it's not
like, okay, this is going to be my life. This is going to be my future. But then when something finally just like clicked in your head and you're like, no, wait, I can't accept this. And that goes for both me and Feline. Now we have to figure out what our future is going to be like, because we thought we had that.
How about you just focus on yourself and let Feline do whatever she wants to do? Feline's a grown up. She doesn't need you to help her out. It's the other way around. You literally cannot get through the day without somebody helping you in some way, whether it's physically, emotionally, whatever. Feline's going to be fine. Like, Feline can go out and meet people in real life. Not because of her, like, she doesn't have social, because she can physically get herself from point A to point B just fine. Like, Feline's going to be okay, love. If she's the beautiful, wonderful, compassionate, giving, loving person that you're describing, she'll be swept up by some gorgeous femme lesbian in no time, because that's clearly her type.
Planned. You know, we knew where we wanted to move, and we were going to do that together. And now she's trying to figure out where she wants to go, and I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. So it's like, now the future I thought we were going to have, we're both trying to figure out a future without each other, and it's hard.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Could you imagine being Amber's best friend and literally just sitting there having to listen to this for the next 6 months? Like, just blah, blah, blah. Like, just how can you talk about this for so long? Like, this is one of her longest videos as well, and she's literally just, oh my gosh. And if she doesn't like the attention, why is she going on about this for so long? And she's going to get mad at us for making up conjecture. And if she didn't want us to be coming up with stupid theories and, you know, hypotheses and ideas and blah, 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 then she wouldn't be talking about this at all. She knows what the reaction channels do.
Sorry, people. But yeah, I just wanted to give this update, and I want to try my hardest to get back into like vlogs and stuff, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, hi guys, look at me eat my cottage cheese and mustard. Like, that feels so fake to me. That is why I also had to tell YouTube. I could not go on with filming without telling you guys, which is being completely fake. Like, hey guys.
Wait a minute. Okay. She just said that she needed to tell us. She had to tell us. She couldn't be fake. She couldn't go on, and she couldn't do this without telling us. Okay? But she's also, in this very live, said there's been stuff going on behind the scenes that was not so great. We've both been feeling this way for quite a while. I've been feeling like we couldn't be together. We've talked about it. They didn't let us know about that. Wouldn't that be being a little bit fake as well? Like, there was, you know, trouble on the home front. That could have been something she could have brought up in about therapy, about my insecurity with my relationships. Feline and I have problems. We talk about them. We talk about how we can mend our relationship or working through our problems together. No. That's not the image that she portrayed or painted for us. She was painting them as the perfect couple that get each other in every way. That they're just, you know, hearts, all of it. There was no hint of trouble on the home front whatsoever. But she doesn't want to be fake now. Now that she's got an interesting storyline where she can get sympathy and views, now we're going to talk about it. Okay, alrighty.
Guys, look at this haul. Like, no. I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for support and kind words. I think it to me, truly. Because this is a hard time, but I'm strong. I've been through a lot in my life, and I know that Feline is also strong, and she's going to get through it as well. And yeah, I will give you guys more updates soon. I'm going to try to film and upload as much as possible, because in a weird way, this is also healing for me to film.
This is healing, guys. This is healing. This is how you heal. You talk to a camera, dumping all your emotional breakup shite all over your audience, but expect them not to say anything or react or ask any questions. That's healing. How is that healing? Healing would be like doing something to soothe your wounds. How is this soothing her wounds? How is this making her get through it? Is it making her feel less alone by telling everybody? How is this therapeutic? Because she needs the attention. This whole thing stinks. It stinks of weirdness. It's It's very narcissistic. This whole thing feels like she's just feeding her ego. She's loving the attention. It's all on me. It's all about me. It's all about my feelings. It's all about just coddle me, love me, feel bad for me. She's loving it.
And the word vomit and to just speak. So anyways, I hope that you guys are doing good. I'll see you next one. Bye.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that was a lot. Not a lot, but like, ugh. Like, ugh. She's just, yeah, no. She's just, yeah, she's she's no bueno. She's a no bueno bar, that one. Okay. All right, guys. Now, Dorella's just shown up, but I'm thinking, unless you want to do, what are we on? We're on 2.5 hours. It is 2:27. Don't worry about me, guys. I had a massive nap with my cat this afternoon. Plus, I'm all hopped up on English breakfast tea. If you would like, do you want to do a retro react to Foodie? You know, because we do like a little bit of that, if you'd like to. Otherwise, we can maybe end it here. It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. But yeah, so what's Foodie? What's Foodie? She's like Amber's losing a lot. Okay, so she's basically, if she falls down, someone's there to pick her up. She's got someone to fetch and carry what she needs. I mean, she can always get things delivered to her door, but she's got someone in there to. She's clearly physically unable to do certain things for herself, like what they may be. But just putting on a pair of shoes would be difficult for her. Just basic hygiene, certain things would be difficult. We know she obviously can't brush her hair because she never does, but she's going to be losing a lot. And she seems awfully calm for somebody who doesn't have a backup plan when it comes to that. That's what makes me think that she's got somebody else coming in, because I would be beside myself if I was somebody who was so physically incapable of not having somebody there to pick up the slack where I can't do things for me. They're moving out. I'm going to be in this house by myself. How am I going to look after the pets alone? How am I going to keep this place clean alone? How am I going to do the basic things that I struggle with day to day alone? Like she literally cannot live alone. She medically cannot be by herself. She needs somebody to come in and help her, whether it's a nurse, an aide, a support person, or a partner. She needs help day to day. I don't know how she's going to do it. She's too calm for somebody who's losing all of that. Too calm. New foodie video is out. Oh, all right. Do you want to watch it? Let's watch it. Okay. Let me pull it up over here. Ooh, it's like she knew. Okay. Let's watch it. Oh, I'm a bit worried about the language. Oh, if she starts talking crazy, we'll just fast forward. Okay. Oh, it's Comedy Gold, guys. It's called, let's pull it up. Let me just pull it up. She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. Okay. She's funny. She's so funny. She's got herself a new book, clearly. Okay. It's called Domino's Pizza Intuitive Eating Test Mukbang. So we're doing some intuitive eating. So we've obviously got to that chapter in her bingo code book, or she's watched a TikTok, or she's read an Instagram post or something. Oh, and I just want to say, just in case Foodie pokes around some of the smaller channels and watches stuff, Google is just as informative as a TikTok or an Instagram. Don't shit all over Google. It gives you a basis to start from. Your Instagram posts that you cultivate as motivational or inspirational, or the creators that you're watching on TikTok, are not experts and they are not gurus. So don't shit on people who look for facts on Google, because if you go to the right site, they are actually facts. None of us are experts. but don't poop on Googling because, yeah. TikTok ain't it, hun? Okay. So Domino's Pizza intuitive eating test mukbang. All right, this will be funny. Now, I might have to go back and edit this later, so you guys are getting the raw react. And I've not watched this either because it's just been dropped. All right, let's go. Let me see if you can hear it.
Hello, foodie beauties.
Okay, straight away we are moving through the cat content. Okay, there we go.
So it's a 16-inch New Yorker. Got a good deal on it, so that's why I went with the huger size.
Sweetie, just because it's a deal does not mean you have to buy it. Just because it's 16 and it was on special. If you are trying to recover from bingo, you'd be looking at buying a child-size portion, an average-size portion, and just paying the extra. If you are, this is her back to front financials, okay? If you are trying to save money and be frugal, not buying takeaway would be the best plan. If you are tricking yourself into thinking you are saving money by going for the quantity, the value deal, that is your ED tricking you into buying massive portions by making you think you've done a financially sound thing. Just say I was craving, because we have cravings every day, craving pizza and I want to eat a lot of it, so I'm going to get the big one. Just say it. Don't hide it behind a good deal. Sometimes I have done this. I've paid more for the smaller size simply because I know that I would eat more if it's there.
Size, but I'm going to be sharing this. Don't worry. And there's going to be lots left over because I'm going to do a challenge right now, seeing how many pieces.
I am going to give her props though. I love the color of this hijab on her, the green perfection. I love the color of the lipstick on it. I still don't think she looks great, but this is the nicest she's looked in a long time. Got to give her props where props is due. I'm pretty sure the way that she chews and eats through this pizza is going to gross me out in no time, but okay.
I can really eat before getting full, not just ignoring my hunger fullness cues, actually seeing how many I can eat, because normally I don't care how many I can eat before I get full. I just finish the pizza anyway. But
this dropped. How long ago did this drop? This dropped, I can't even tell, an hour ago. This dropped an hour ago.
I want to see before I'm full how many pieces I eat, okay? So
why buy a 16-inch pizza? Just buy a regular 12-inch or a 9-inch pizza, eat 4 slices, eat 5 slices, 6 slices. Why did you have to get a 16-incher? You could have just got a smaller pizza and just been like, I could do the same challenge. Why get the massive pizza?
All right, so here it is. This is a supreme.
That is a face of pure guilt. Look at her. Look at her face. I'm going to slow it down. She doesn't believe what she's saying. Okay. Watch her open this box. Look at the expression on her face.
How many pieces I eat, okay? So
she doesn't even believe it.
All right, so here it is. This is a supreme extravaganza pizza.
Duper's delight right there. Look at her. She's got a little smirk. She's happy. She's gleeful. She's joyous because she's got her pizza, guys. She's got her pizza. Now, I don't know about you guys, but she goes, I'm craving. I can go, a craving for me is something that I will want for a couple of days that I've been like, no, I'm just not having it. I really, really want it, but I'm just not going to eat it. But if it persists and persists and persists, that's a craving. She seems to crave only for a day and then she gets the exact thing that she wants. So is it really a craving? Or it's just like, I want to eat that. Therefore, I'm going to eat that. That's how it seems to me.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
With ranch dip. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's try this out. My cat is playing in the background as usual. With Salah. All right. Let's see what slice I want. Oh, this one looks good. You ever do that? Choose the best slices? Okay, here we go.
She chose the biggest one.
Yeah. Okay.
She is giddy. She's absolutely giddy. She's never playful or fun. She's always somber and boring or bitchy. That's the happiest I've seen her since she started this new eating plan. She's gagging for it. Because what is pizza? Because I know why I love pizza. Pizza is my like go-to. I'm pizza all day. It's carby, cheesy, salty, meaty. You add the ranch, divine. It's got veggies if you like the veggies. Like it's everything in a meal. It is the most highly palatable of the palatable fireworks food. It is a good time. It is going to do all of the things. The other thing that it's going to be giving her, the portion, it's massive. She can see that she's got a lot that she can consume. She can eat till she's overly full and still have some left over. And that's part of it as well. Just, I want to see how she frames this meal. I want to hear the BS.
This is a huge slice, so let's try this out. My gosh, I love the floppy, foldy. What kind of pizza do you guys like the most?
Pizza and her made an agreement, and they mutually agreed to show up, and they mutually agreed for Foodie to eat her. It's a girl pizza, okay?
You like Chicago style thick? I've actually never tried Chicago style pizza in my life.
Hi, I love the rain. Hello. Hi. One slice of two goes, I'd be stuffed. Oh, I could eat one of those slices, but of a pizza is usually 4 meals for me. But when I get the pizza, I'll have 2 slices, maybe 3, and then I'll have it for breakfast, and then I'll have it for the dinner, or I'll freeze it. I'll literally wrap it up and stick it in the freezer so I can have it another day when I really, really crave it. But I 2 pieces of pizza and I'm done. Back in the day when I was like fully like former fat girl, I could eat an entire pizza on my own, plus some garlic bread, plus some cheese dippers.
I have to. I like New York style pizza. Thin, floppy, full of toppings, cheesy, greasy.
MCM, same, but I eat the salad, so I don't eat as much of the main because the main's got the calories and it's like less nutritionally good. But that's how I've retrained my brain. I've told my brain, you eat your greens first, you eat the good stuff first, and then you can have the main, and then the main, if I need something else to eat later, I'll finish it. So it's like one meal broken up into 2 smaller meals. That's how I look at it. But I'm definitely going to eat the good stuff.
Full of ranch. So, Bismillah and Beauty Bite.
Wait for the moans and groans. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I'm going to really appreciate the pizza. Not just devour it.
Then if you really wanted good pizza, you wouldn't have ordered this. It's so funny. It's so funny that I was talking about not wasting my time on crappy pizza and she orders Domino's.
So tangy. I love the sauce from Domino's.
Yeah.
I'm not usually a huge fan of Domino's, but I haven't had it here yet.
It's an international global thing. Why would it be any different in Kuwait? The only thing that would be different is whether like the raw ingredients are sourced, so that can change the flavor a bit. But everything would be imported from somewhere else anyway. So it's not like if she says this is fresh, the ingredients are fresh, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. It is ew. Ugh. Anybody else wearing earphones? I'm sorry, I'm going to wave my hands around a lot because her eating.
This is beef pepperoni.
This is why I often edit them, because I usually have her running, and then I'll have like YouTube running in the other. So I can hear her voice and I can hear them talking, but I don't hear the slopping and the chewing because my whole body must, I can't. And her noises have ums and ahs and I can't take it. It's too much. And I can't edit it now. Oh.
I don't know what kind of sausage. Maybe beef sausage.
It's probably cabernet
mozzarella
just
cheese,
mince.
onions, green peppers, and black olives. I love it. I think it's called, and there's like oregano, so I think it's called the Italian. Water.
Oh, my tummy just grumbled.
Yeah, my sleeves are getting some too.
She's trying to eat slowly. She's slowing herself. Oh, that's a good face, that one. Oh, I'm gonna screenshot that one. Oh, no, I won't. I'll go back. What's the timestamp? 3:20. Write it down. Write it down. No, I can't. I don't have my pen. Where did I put my pen? 3:25. Here we go. I'm just going to quickly write it down because I like that screenshot. 3:25. 3:25. I'll use that for my thumbnail. She's trying to slow down because in her mind, intuitive eating is, I'm going to learn my cues. I'm going to take my time to eat it, when she'd be on like slice 4 by now if she could just eat the way she normally does. She's trying to slow down, but she's really fighting it.
So, speaking of good pizza.
That's not pizza. That's not good pizza anyway. Okay. You know how I said before when I edit these, she will say so or another word, but so's normally her precursor. She'll take a bite, chew, and go but, or make a groany noise, and then she'll finish the sentence. See if you can track that pattern of eating. You watch her, because it's not about the conversation, it's about the food.
I mean, I can't tell which animal the sausage and pepperoni is made with. It tastes just like regular to me. Which in Canada they use pork.
Bite, chew, chew, chew. She'll put a hand to her mouth sometimes, and then she'll start to talk. Oh,
which I don't eat anymore.
It's the eating noises.
But
I think she's even editing it out herself. She's actually editing out the voice where she's just ridiculously chewing. It's so funny.
a lot of you know this, but some of you might not. I come from a city called Cornwall, Ontario.
Again, Foodie, who are you talking to? There is no one new watching you. We all have been watching you for ages. There's no one new. Who is she talking to? The 100 bought subs? There's nobody new. Stop it. We all know where you come from. Jesus.
Which I have
We've all heard you bitch and moan about FFG. Geez, going to Cornwall because it's your city. You don't live there. You don't have a residence there, but nobody's allowed to go there unless you give them permission.
A love-hate relationship with.
What does this say? FYI, a male red kangaroo weighs in around 180 pounds. What weight is Foodie? Foodie is, I'm going to say 420, conservatively speaking, which is 2 male red kangaroos and a little bit extra. Another two and a half male red kangaroos.
I mean,
the only food, there's only one food that makes me make those noises and makes me make those faces. and that is raw oysters with rock salt and lemon. I kid you not. It makes my brain go insane. Not Domino's pizza. That won't do it. No. And that literally is the only food that will do it. Maybe a really good cake, but it'd have to be a really good like sponge cake, a strawberry shortcake or something. But oysters, that's the only food that does it for me.
When I was living there, I wanted out. This is thinner crust, so I might be able to eat more.
See, she's not even focused on the story. She's focused on eating the food and then interjecting with the story. Like it's not, you would think it'd be the other way around. Like she would be focusing on what she's trying to say to you. And then at appropriate breaks in the conversation, she would take a bite and then chew. It'd be more conversation than food, but it's absolutely not. When you cut out all the chewing, there's only a small amount of conversation. And it's all over the place. It's not well put together either.
I'm not going to be full. I'm going to eat till I'm satisfied. And I guess I want it out because it's only a small town. Like it has like 45,000 people, so it's not like small.
What? Why are we learning about Cornwall? She hates Cornwall, but she's gone to all this effort to talk about Cornwall. What's going on? Is she punking us? Are we being pranked? Has she been in Cornwall this whole time? The Quake thing's just been a farce. They're all actors. It's the Truman Show. Those are like Costco pizza size slices. They're huge. Oh, I'm so dumb. That's why she said they're thin crusts. Because she says they're a thin crust, that means she can eat more slices and it doesn't look so bad. I can get more in, guys, because they're thin slices. It's fine. No wonder I can eat 8 pieces. It's thin crust. It's fine. It's not the same as regular pizzas.
But there's not really much, to do for work, for anything, you know?
MCM, you are 100% right. She wouldn't have regular full cues. She wouldn't have satiation cues yet. She hasn't been doing this long enough to even attempt understanding what satisfied or satiated is. And she would need to do that with a therapist to recognize the physical, bodily, mental, and bodily cues because they are separated. And the emotional full cues as well. No.
So it's kind of boring. A lot of people who live there don't like living there. But some do because, you know.
Is anybody feeling this is like a little uncomfortably weird? Why is she talking about Cornwall while she's trying to intuitively eat a 16-inch pizza and trying to convince us and herself that this is totes normal? Am I crazy? I feel, ugh. She's looking at that pizza like it's a slick, hot dude. She just looked more lovingly at that pizza than she's looked at Sala sometimes, I think. She's
If you're settled and you have a family, it's not bad. It sits right on the border of, there's a bridge.
So I just don't understand the thinking. If it's so boring, like she's taken like the most boring. Oh my God. And this is 18. Oh my God.
In Cornwall. Taking you to upstate New York, Messina. There's a native Akwesasne Native Reserve. with a very popular casino. I used to go many times, but I don't gamble anymore. Which is good because I used to spend maybe like two.
What does that mean, Jade? Cornwall equals Shannon, hence the comment about people want to leave, maybe. Oh, I think it's one of those places where it's just like a low socioeconomic town, doesn't have a lot of growth. It's just one of those, it's just not a fancy place. It's just a normal, everyday family, suburban, middle to lower class places. It's probably totally fine and normal if you're a person that doesn't have a crap reputation, completely volatile, has family accountability in that town, can't live like a pig in your home and just binge eat without accountability. That's why she doesn't like Cornwall. It's because she would be held accountable there because she's got family close by. And everybody knows her and they know her from being a teenager. It's like going back to your hometown if you're a bit of a scallywag at school and you haven't changed and you're still that way. People are going to call you on your BS and expect you to behave that way because they know you from before. That's why she doesn't like Cornwall.
$200 to $300 a pop every time I would go. And I went frequently.
Hi, Vinegar Tits. Hi. Hi, Tiny Ghost. Oh, I do remember that when I had my post-wedding dinner, because we got married in Las Vegas, we went to this place. It was a steakhouse. It was called Rare One. It had a degree. I think it was Rare 120. It's not there anymore. It's at the Hard Rock Hotel. 5-star steakhouse. Beautiful. I think I made some groany, moany noises when I had the mashed potatoes with truffle in it. That was pretty nice. And they had these bread rolls that came with warm bread rolls. And they had honey mustard butter. I think I made some funny noises then. But that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Gambling is addictive. Oh, my lipstick. So
I feel like she's literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. Or does she think she's introducing herself to her new audience in some way? It's weird.
The mall is really sad. It used to be like more bustling.
She's thought about this. Or has she made the video and then gone back and thrown in the pictures?
The Cornwall Square. In the 80s, it used to have trees in the middle.
Right.
Like smoking areas.
I'm going rogue. I'm speeding her up. I should have done this straight away. I'm used to always having her on fast. We're speeding this up. Should we try 1.5 and pull it back if it's not enough? Let's go, because fucking hell.
Sears was open. Sears is closed now. And it's more like a dead mall almost. But one thing it always had that...
Is that too fast? Should we go 1.25? Because normal's not right. It's inhumane is what it is.
Cannot be beaten anywhere. You can fight me all you want. But I have to say, Cornwall has the best pizza. I think one of the pizza places there, Riverside Pizza, even won like Ontario's best pizza or something.
Ah, it all just clicked. She's brought it back to the pizza. She's talking about her hometown, Cornwall, and she's nostalgic for home. So she's got herself a 16-inch pizza because Cornwall, if nothing else, it's got a crap economic situation. It's boring. It's dull. It's got a dead mall. It can make a great pizza, guys. It's all just clicked into place. She's managed to talk about the one thing that she loves the most, food, i.e. pizza, and relate it back to herself. Cornwall, pizza, me, overeating, bingo. It all makes sense now. Oh, we just had to wait for that moment for everything just to slide together. Yes. I was going nuts for a minute there.
It's so popular. I'm on so sleep. They're pretty thin, and I'm pretty hungry, so.
I can't with the sauce on the lips. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Hang on. I just got to. I know. I think it's Jade. I think it's Jade, or there's somebody else in here. When they hear me do my noises, they gag too. I just, it was too much.
There are people, I've heard of people moving out of Cornwall and paying for them to freeze the pizzas, ship them by air to like wherever they moved. It wouldn't be the same. Like, I don't think putting it in your own oven would be the same. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. If you were to go and sit and eat at these restaurants, you wouldn't want to. I mean, they're basically dumps. Sorry for lack of better term, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way.
Oh, yeah, no, she just, sometimes when I just look at her and it's unexpected, and when she does stuff like the dribblies, sorry, it just makes my gag reflex just goes off, and I can't do it.
But they're like mom and pop, dumpy, rundown. These places have not been renovated since, like, I swear, the early 80s.
Okay, I'm going to just kick her down a notch, because now that we're back talking about pizza and food, her affectation, she's peppy, she's cracking, she's excited. Like before, when she was talking about the population and blah, 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 it was all very like so boring. But now that we're back to how cool the pizza is, she's all about it. Let's go back to 1.25. Like she's perked up.
I'll try to find pictures of the interior. But at the same time, it's these like vintage. The fact that they're not upgraded and renovated is what makes it so cozy, like nostalgic. And they don't have to.
Nostalgia is also one of the things that can be a food trigger for some people. That like talking about it, remembering it, reminiscing about it, like when I was just talking about my dinner, thinking about like, because that was one of the best meals that I've ever had. That could be that if you're in a ED, that could be a trigger for you. The nostalgia of a food that you ate, her spaghetti, her church spaghetti, her cheese dressing salad. It's reminiscent of past behavior, and it triggers. It gives you. It's like that person trying to get that same sensation back again, you know, eating the same things. Ugh.
To spend money on renovations. You know, sometimes you go to a really fancy restaurant that's like super, has like fountains and it's like, wow, you know, but the food is subpar. So they make up for it with a nice atmosphere. This place has the best pizza. Most people just come and take it out.
Okay. I don't even remember. I don't think I ate anything that day.
The sign is like yellowy, worn out because it's so old. And you're like, I'm going to order pizza from here. But when you go in, you smell the pizza. And you're just like, yum, you know. And the scene is like from the 70s or 80s. You know, the same booths with cracks in the vinyl. Is it vinyl seats? And then you have the Formica tabletops. And there's not a person sitting there except for the delivery man waiting.
Yep. You dropped a bit.
For orders. One time I went to Cornwall, the first thing I did was order a Riverside pizza. Because my brain's like that, right? Anywhere I go, I think of the food. So I park in front. I go and sit. My order wasn't ready. They're so busy. And I'm sitting there just observing everything.
She talks about food like they're past lovers. Like this is an interlude. It's like an afternoon dinner date. Pizza.
The delivery guy's waiting in one of the booths, sitting there like...
Okay. Formica. Phonetically say it, because I would say, I don't even say that. We say lemonade or like laminate tops, but I guess you guys call it Formica. Is that a brand though? Let's have a look. Formica is a brand and laminate is the materials used, right? Yeah, okay. So it's a cultural thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Formica is a brand of laminate. So we wouldn't call it that in Australia. We would say it's a laminate bench top or a laminate kitchen. Are you going to use bench top laminate or are you going to use stone or wood? What kind of bench top are you going to use? Oh, because I've got laminate. Stone look laminate because I looked at actually having a stone top and it was like, no way, that's too expensive. I'll have the cheap stuff, thanks. The cheap, durable stuff.
I don't know, talking about Cornwall stuff.
I'm going to put it out to Sansa Cooks because, okay, I would like Sansa Cook because I'm too lazy to do this and I'm not good at maths. I want you to work out the square centimeterage or inches or whatever it is of what this pizza would be, okay? And then compare that to what the square meterage volume area of what a regular 12-inch thick crust pizza would be. Figure out how many slices food is eaten and then translate that into what the equivalency of a regular thick crust pizza would be and tell us if she ate more or if she ate less or if she ate round about the same. I put it out to you, Sansa. I know you can do it. You've got the skills.
Man, is she in the newspaper there?
Formica.
I swear these people still read the newspaper.
Formica. Yeah.
Do any of you still read the newspaper?
Oh.
Anyways.
Noises. The poop roll. This is one of her nicer hijabs. Okay, I am going to say it. What is up with your eyeshadow, girlfriend? What's happening with the corners here? Blend. That does not look cute. No, stop it. Just soft brush, give it a bit of a blend. It'll give you the same shadow effect, but it won't look so, I don't know, streetwalker.
There's a few things I like to do when I go there with my family. There's this candy shop right near where I used to go to elementary school. And the elementary school is gone now. It's kind of sad. They rebuilt something else.
Let's have a look. Where is she?
Okay, let me see if I'm satisfied.
Oh, why can't I see your comment?
I still feel hungry, I think. I'll try eating one more and see if that doesn't. I was hoping I would only have two.
Oh, okay.
But I really want to see. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough time.
Sorry, I disappeared for a minute there. I can't see. I can see Vinegar Tits on my StreamYards, but I can't see you in the chat here. Let me see if that makes it better. Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. Yeah, you can put the let's give her first video a little bit of a push. If anybody can pop the link in. Oh, there we go. Look, I just subscribed. Vinegar Tits. K. Yep. Yeah, go and watch if you want to pop Vinegar Tits link in the thing for a 9-second video. Let's give it a go. No, it's her first ever. She started a channel. Woo-hoo.
I'll eat slower.
Okay, 4 slices of a thin crust 16-inch pizza. For foodie, that's not a lot, but for the average person, I think even a guy would be feeling quite full. Jason, hi Bertrand, and the is that a Basilian? Bisillon. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. Tell me how to say it. Do it phonetically. Jason, or who else was here? Any boys in the chat? Any men? Any guys? How many pieces of that pizza do you think you could down, realistically speaking, before you would be like, no, I'm full now. I don't need any more. Not to the feeling of being bursted, but you're like on an average day when you get pizza, like how many pieces would fill you up? And if it's the whole pizza, that's fine. I just want to gauge.
Thin pieces.
It's thin. Anyway. She's justifying again. They're thin pieces, guys, but they're huge thin pieces, food, and they're pretty chock-a-block full of cheese and meat, and there's a bit of veg in there. They're almost like double the size of a regular size piece of pizza. Like, oh, it's like for every one you're eating two thin slices.
There's this candy store.
You could eat it all.
Oh, when I was a kid, and
that's like all right.
My mom would always give me some change. Remember when you could buy things with change,
okay.
like for a loonie, which is $1 Canadian. I could get a huge bag of like sour candies, 1-cent candies.
So we've moved past the pizza portion, and now we're talking about the other nostalgic food that we have eaten in the past in Cornwall. So again, fixating on food. So this isn't a changed behavior. We've not neutralized food. We're still reminiscing, fantasizing. She's she's funny. She's a funny one, our foodie. Hi, Betevin. Hi.
Called Samson's Confectionery. It was right across the street. And for years, even after I moved out of Cornwall, because I've been gone from there.
Bessayon. That was for the Pondu family reunion, wasn't it? Is Bessayon or Bessillon? Bessillon. Yeah. I don't have a very good French accent. Bessayon? Bessillon.
2000.
Yeah, one of those two. That was the Pondu rivals, right?
Around. So basically, like, anytime I go to Cornwall as part of nostalgia, we'll go to Samson's again.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's eating beyond satisfied. Like most people have a good relationship with food and don't emotionally eat. Stop when they're full, or stop when their brain makes them feel satisfied. If you feel sick after you've eaten, you've overeaten. So
get a few candies, just share a bag of candies. But the thing is like we have to mix it because people in my family like different things. Like my mom loves those gross. Sorry if you like these. Marshmallow, banana, and strawberries. I hate those. I like sour candy only, like those sour keys. I used to call them soothers. I don't know why.
It's all right. I can hardly read them anyway. I make sense of it, Panda. Don't worry.
You know what? I've had enough. I'm starting to feel it now. It takes a while. I should eat slower. But
oh my God. Isn't that one of the first things that they talk to you about? It's literally one of the first things that they talk to about when you start retraining the way that you eat. and you stop it. Slow down. Chew your food. Put down your knife and fork. Listen to what your body says. If it starts to tell you you're full, let it be full. Like, stop and wait. Because you only need to eat for about 20 minutes and then the body is usually full. If you eat like normally, chew your food, put your foot and take regular bites, wolfing it down, you can eat a lot of food. You're physically full before your brain actually catches up. I think everyone knows that, right? But the way that she wood chips food, everyone's been telling her, slow down, not just because she's probably going to choke herself, but just slow down and you'll probably eat less. But she, like with her, she eats through it anyway. She eats through the full feeling.
Satisfied with my pizza craving now. That is delicious. Like,
let's put bets on what the craving tomorrow is going to be. We had sushi. We've had Texas Roadhouse. She wasn't really craving that. She just got that because she said that's the first time she's eaten that. So I don't know why she did that one because that was massive as well. The pizza, because it was a good deal and she was craving it. I'm going to throw in a carbonara pasta. I think we're going to have a pasta craving tomorrow. I think we're going to have creamy, garlicky, turkey, beef or beef bacon carbonara with some garlic bread, a ridiculously tiny pickled salad on the side, massive soda, and probably like a cheesecake or a banoffee or something on the side.
Like, oh my gosh, one of the best pizzas I've had, I swear. Just how I love it.
She says crave, and basically it just means I want it. Like a craving is something that sits with you for a while and you really, really want it. Like it's like your body is like longing for it. She's like, pizza. I'm going to get pizza. Like that's as long as her, like, if you're somebody like Foodie who's actively working on trying to get rid of the bingo in her life, you'd be fighting them. She'd be like, oh, I've been craving this for days, not minutes, days. I think she's reading the book and that's all she's doing.
Very thin. It's very, very thin.
KFC, that's a good one. And Bertrand, sorry.
If it was thicker, maybe less, because I usually like whenever my family orders pizza from Riverside.
No, because she made paneer only a day or so ago. Remember she made her own paneer with her old abaya? So we've had Indian food. We haven't, she hasn't had a lot of rice. No, she had the sushi. I'm still betting on pasta.
I usually honestly just have 2 slices, but Riverside pizza, Cornwall pizza, the slices are like fat. They load on the pepperoni and the toppings. That's another thing that's good about the pizza. Yeah, I didn't even tell you what makes the pizza good. I have to insert pictures. It's like homemade. The dough is so flavorful and fluffy, but it's on the thicker side. They still give you a dough ball in the middle of the pizza, which you can throw at people that you don't like.
It's amazing how she never craves a big salad. Like she's always talking about how she loves the veggies. She never craves a big chicken salad or shrimp and salad or like a big plate full of raw veggies and dip. Like she never craves any of those things, but she loves them.
Like the cheese. Okay, it's like tasty, tasty mozzarella, pizza mozzarella. And it's like thick like this.
Not even kidding. There's a rumor that one of the pizza places gets their mozzarella cheese from the Italian mafia.
Like one time I had leftover pizza cold.
Jade, anybody wearing earphones, did that freak you out? Because that freaked me out a little bit. I did not enjoy that at all. That was like Foodie was standing right behind me talking into my ear. Ew, up, no. Don't like that. And what a stupid insert. Is she trying to be funny, trying to be quirky? I don't know. She's so confusing.
And there was a chunk of mozzarella this high. Like, excuse me. I don't know why I'm offended by that, but it was just like too good to be true. Yeah. I'm not super full, but I'm full. Like enough. Like if I ate more, I wouldn't feel well. So that's good.
While she longingly looks at the pieces of pizza left in the box. Here's a little tip for you, Foodie. If you're watching, next time, it's going to do 2 things for you. get a plate and put a couple of pieces of the pizza, maybe 2, maybe 3, on your plate. Shut the lid on your box or your pizza, put it in the fridge or put it away from you. Like if you're going to sit on the floor and eat, keep the pizza box on the bench away from you where you actually have to get up, cross the room to open the box to refill your plate. Or put it in the fridge. So then you even have to get it out on the plate, stick it in the microwave, heat it back up again. Don't sit down with the entire box with the entire pizza there, because you are just torturing your ED. You're just telling it, oh, because she even said this the other day. I look at the food and I look at it and I just want to eat all of it. So what you do is you take away that massive portion, put it somewhere else, and then your brain's only looking at what you're supposed to eat or what you've chosen to eat. And then it thinks, oh, when it looks at that empty plate, oh, I finished my plate. I've eaten all the pizza I need to eat. And if I still feel hungry after I've sat here for a bit, I'll go and get another slice. And then I can have another slice. Putting that entire pizza in front of herself is just literally triggering herself.
And then, so yeah, oh,
she's going to finish that entire pizza for sure.
The toppings are generous, and it's just so delicious. I can't explain it, but you have to put ketchup on it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye.
Ugh. Okay. Well, that was amazing. Oh, gosh. What's going on? Oh, okay. There you go. That came out of nowhere. But anyway, okay, so we're up to date. I'm up to date. I'm actually up to date with Foodie. Oh my God, I'm never up to date. I'm always behind because I always do other things first. Edit her late, come on late, fall asleep. Woo, look at me go. Look at me go. So this means tomorrow I'm either not going to stream or I'm going to do something else. Maybe I'll do just a recorded reaction for Life Plus Cindy, because she's got, have been a bit lackadaisical with her stuff. I know that there's not a lot of people who want to watch a live reaction of hers, which is fine, but I want to put my thoughts down because I don't know, I just do. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if nobody listens or watches it, it's fine. It's just, I put it on my channel and it's there if people want to see it. But anyway, yeah. So I wanted to do a contrast of when she had her freak out when her husband left her 5 months ago and the face that she's putting on now, because, yeah, I don't see a correlation there between her blatant honesty in that video to what's going on now. It just seems very contrary. But yeah. It's not like I dislike her or anything, but she has a lot of red flags about her. So I'm interested. She's captured my attention. And I'm just going to put it out there. Now, for all your, for all the BTS people that might be in my chat, the 2 or 3 of you. Yes, I'm doing K-pop talk. Suck it up. On the 14th of July, one of the members is bringing out a solo song. And I'm going to be doing a reaction to that, just letting you know, because I don't think many people are probably going to watch it. But if you are one of those folks who know who BTS is and know that JK is dropping a song, I will be doing a reaction to that one. And I will not watch it first. And it will be a real reaction. And if I cry or if I cry, because it's emotional for me, if I cry, please don't laugh at me, okay? I won't release. If I cry, I won't release it. I won't post it. But I'm going to be doing a reaction to that, so look forward to that. But yeah. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. Let me just read some of your comments. Okay. I love the rain. Wants to learn to paint. I bet your third eye is a masterpiece. MCM, Yarn Spirit. Oh, hi, Yarn Enthusiast. Hello. I did see you before. She's definitely going to be eating off the thing. Now, the other thing I've always wanted to say, how much sexy time do you think Sala and Foodie would be having if she was constantly full from binge eating? Because I know in my own experience, that is not a good feeling. It doesn't make you feel nice. You feel bloated. You feel gross. refluxy. The last thing I want is someone jackhammering me after I've just filled my gob up and my tummy up with a pizza. I can honestly say the amount of binging that she's doing, that is not conducive to sexy time. Just saying. I don't see how it could be working for her. And that's often a lot of the times, is that your weight doesn't make you feel sexy. The guilt after a bingo doesn't make you feel nice because your emotions are all over the place. And physically you feel pretty gross and yucky, and you're not capable of doing the bouncy. And that's probably why she gets angry all the time. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye, everybody. Yeah, it's not really an issue, but Foodie is a good time gal. She likes a little bit of the rumpty pumpty. She said that was the whole natter arc. She needed to be touched and touched often. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks. So, on a full stomach, literally, it's just, you can't do it. No, sorry. But anyway, thanks for joining me today, guys. And we had a little surprise Foodie moments. That was interesting. I'm all up to date. And yeah, it is 3:22 a.m. for me. So I'm probably going to go sit down and snuggle in and maybe try and get some sleep. And I will see all of you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I'll keep you guessing. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.